and gotten food.
Y'all want
Oh
some
Jesus!
takeover rice?
Well,
There we go.
I haven't eaten since.
welcome back to Realm of
27.
Shade, session 27.
Shade, why won't you let Zombie eat?
You should have woke up 10 minutes before.
Oof.
You
Oof.
Alright, so what map is this
can
now?
eat when you die.
All right, so
Sounds good, Reaper. Thanks for
Yeah.
the idea. I'll just
You're
starve
welcome.
myself to death.
Okay.
So-
So
I-
Apparently,
I'm-
we're all gonna die this session.
I can only guarantee one thing happening in this session. You guys are just sort of here, man.
Is it letting us see the
Oh
map?
yeah.
I
Can you
haven't,
guarantee
I
that?
haven't, I haven't shared it yet.
Oh.
I actually was about to ask about the Amber Temple map, but good to know.
Just look. Everyone was here, so I'm gonna roll a dice this time. Well,
Roll
actually,
an
know
issue.
what? You know what, Snack? It's been here for it's been a while. Snack, you can real quick recap game last time. Let me just get a timer open.
Don't mind me,
And
I'm
3,
just here.
a 2, a 1, and a go.
So the party, minus Lavia because she's in a coma, met this lady who was dressed in all red. She is some type of undead, according to the end of the sense whatever thing that Star Knight has. And so they trade Theodore's corpse to shut up, Reaper. They trade Theodore's corpse for Lavia's protection while she's in the coma. Then they get Theodore's shit.
You're doing good.
They get Theodore's shit, put him to rest, and then Shia walks in when they were talking to the people, and then they start making their way towards the Amber Temple, because the Red Lady works for a dude that apparently John knows. But before we did that, we spent some time in Kresk, and Shia made things very awkward between John and Irina. That's it.
Okay. Yeah. Sure. No mentions of the journey there. Whatever. All right. Sure.
But nothing really happened on the way there, to be honest.
Fire, man.
What the fuck do you mean
Green-
purchase taxes?
What?
Yes, I would like to buy 35% in taxes.
Yeah, because you give it voluntarily to the government via the purchase of services from said government.
We don't voluntarily pay taxes. We're
You know,
required to
Reaper,
pay
you can
taxes
just
or get in
volunteer.
trouble.
Yeah, Reaper, you can volunteer not to
We're
pay taxes.
compulsed to pay taxes to the government.
You can just not work.
I just realized did nobody actually explain the guy that nobody really explained the guy that zombie talked to, huh? Or
Zombie?
John talked to.
We don't know about that.
Yeah.
Nobody
Like
thinks
no, I
about
mean
that,
like
clearly.
two snack because everyone else was there.
You don't know about
Why would
He doesn't
John
know about
tell
that. He'll
anybody?
find it out later.
Well, yeah, whatever, man. All right.
Why would
so,
John tell the party anything?
fair enough.
Yeah, that's actually quite fair.
Oh, the guy
I
who
mean-
he saw and, like, the
John
guy
John is still partially convinced that guy was a hallucination, even
Right,
though
right.
clearly
I-
others are now sharing in his hallucination.
When
John
they,
can-
He's
traveled-
kind of started to pick up on the fact that this plane seems to be trying to fuck with him and him specifically, because nobody else sees half the shit he sees.
John. You
Yeah,
should
I
consider
remember
checking
this guy. Yep.
John.
Yeah, I remember you
Okay,
telling me about him, Shade. He's the guy that they saw
did I?
as
Okay.
they were traveling, and only John saw them, so he thought it was a
Hmm.
hallucination.
Hey, Zombie, you
Did
should
I?
consider having John check what type of
talking boss told.
cigarettes he has any by this point. See if they are actually the smoke stick.
Did you change my cigarettes to smoke sticks?
He's
Me?
smoking Octorox instead.
I didn't change anything in your sheet.
I'm
Okay.
Do I have an inspiration?
Yes.
Hell
Let me
yeah.
just not layers, sharing, share sheet.
Hell yeah.
There we go. I'm
Now
going
we
to
got
make that the background.
business.
It's a large map, very large map.
Well, I'm shut up for another like 40 minutes.
The map is thick.
Indeed. I recommend putting this one into your background.
Always do.
What I always do.
I just need to wait for it to load first.
Indeed.
I don't see anything. It's just gray.
It's
Shade.
not a small map, man.
Shade, this temple is not very amber. It's just gray.
A lot of nothing on there.
Sir,
So
shut. Alright, just gonna you're gonna want to direct yourselves to the bottom of
as
the
we're
map.
heading towards the Amber Temple, John is to explain why we're going here, and explain the card readings.
Wow.
I don't personally believe in them. However, they're the only actual assistance we've gotten or guess as to where to go.
And there are two
So we
trap
figured.
horses.
So thus far, I feel that it's still okay for us to investigate. He and Shizuka might believe it. I pointed Sir Knight and Shizuka.
Didn't we decide that fortune teller was full of shit though?
John is super convinced of that fact. Silver
that's
is
what I
privileged to say that Sir Knight Squires believes
Oh, no,
she's not
please.
completely full of shit. You have the option of choosing whatever you want to believe, Garbo.
Yeah, no. I was gonna say Shizuka believes it's full of shit. Don't worry. I didn't believe a word she said. We proved her wrong long ago.
Alright.
How do I do the command to send private messages or fancy?
It's /W and it should be GM. Space GM and then your message.
Unless you're trying to go for a specified player, I'm guessing.
What is the
Yeah.
stand for?
If you want to message a specific player, then you can just right click their portrait and then press that little person with a circle around them icon. Okay. Right. So yeah, you it's a very cold top of a mountain, or almost the top of a mountain.
What does the D stand for?
Draft. It's a draft horse.
What? Oh, okay. I was
Oh,
like,
okay.
Yep.
So
Open,
horse.
open your combat tracker to.
Oh,
I'll
I
just
see.
scroll over it.
All right. Yeah. You see the road fades away under a covering of snow, but it takes you far enough to see the facade of some kind of temple carved into the sheer mountainside ahead. I'm just rereading what I Never mind.
There's some
What?
nice-
Sorry, I got a message.
Oh,
Thank you, Snack.
You can respond to messages. Did you know?
did
The
you know?
message spell is two-way.
With the GM?
You're right. You're right, zombie. Thank you for that insight.
So,
You're welcome.
Shade, yes, just to start off, what are these statue things that they have around the door?
What statue things? They are
They're statues.
roughly 50-foot high. Well, no, the alcoves are 50 foot high. The statues themselves are 20 feet tall. They seem to be made of amber. They depict a faceless hooded figure with its hands pressed together in a gesture of prayer.
I see.
And in between it, you see the 20-foot tall archway with a staircase leading down.
Remember, temple descends.
Indeed.
Okay, let's move on.
Going
The
down.
the people who aren't currently exhausted.
That's one person.
Me?
That's like what? Who is it again?
I thought me, Sir Knight.
Oh
I
no.
think
Then you
John.
enter that shit.
No,
No.
you all passed. I think. I think it's just Vaudril.
It's just Vagrel.
It's
Oh,
just
okay, I
Vaudril.
misheard you.
Speaking of which, I need to make sure to do a thing.
And I think both of the horses.
Shai is trying to hero of justice us and get to the front of the group.
If you want to be the first one by, I'm fine with that.
Huh, I don't have. Oh, never mind.
Door
I
is
do.
only too wide, guys.
The horses can make it in. All right.
Oh.
Don't worry, I won't let him go all the way ahead.
You,
I know what happened.
You see,
We have to see what the guy
These-
is made of.
icy steps descend 10 feet to a time-ravaged hallway with arrow slits in the walls. I'm just going to real quick open up the proper
I look
tool.
for traps around the door.
Well, yep, roll investigation. You find nothing.
Did you say the stairs were icy?
Yes, as per being on a very snowy mountain.
Okay.
Beyond
Be
the
careful.
hall,
Those stairs look slick.
He uses the
What
great
are you
sword.
talking about?
Some kind of. It must be some sort of trap.
what do you mean? What?
Just cast fireball to melt the ice.
Yes, I will cast fireball.
Yeah, man.
I stab you for casting fireball right next to me.
Um,
His
Stab
fireball
would be
looks like a sword.
For most of you, you see a descending it. Well, most of you except, let's see, Glorbin and Shia, unless you like torches.
These Normies.
This just this balcony of black marble up ahead. Does Shia have torches?
Can I see them squinting?
I don't think we
Daniel
went
actually had a
instructions
hot
to
lookout.
his
He doesn't
letter.
have a torch.
Daniel said that he. Oh, whatever.
Can I see them trying to
Yeah, I
squint
thought-
into the darkness?
Wait, does
I thought
Daniel?
Daniel had a torch.
I'll just cast light on
uh,
my. I'll just cast light on my dagger.
Does Daniel not? Oh, yeah, no,
I thought
Daniel
Daniel
has dark
said he
vision.
got out a torch to try to deal with the cold.
Cast light on Glorbin's sword? Alright, sure, do that.
Okay.
Just for the convenience, and Shia doesn't even have rations? What the fuck?
Am I muted?
I think we
I
kind
hear
of
you.
fucked up.
No,
I
we hear
was
you.
casting light on my dagger.
Well, now there's multiple lights.
Double the light, double the fun.
If that's how it's
Can
gonna work
Shia
out.
project a lighted
John, you
dagger?
have dark vision. You don't need
I
it.
do. I can see these two people standing next to me squinting into the darkness, though.
Fair enough.
That's just how I see.
So what are we doing with the horses?
I apologize for judging your squinty eyes. I should have known the rats were Asian.
No, that's not what I was referring to. You know, like squinty eyed suspicious people? You know, like the people who are suspicious.
Reaper,
too.
that's racist. Don't
Guys,
say that
that's-
about Asian people.
Reaper,
No,
I don't
I'm
want to
saying
break this
that
to you.
it's a known statement that people who squint are suspicious of their surroundings. It's a denotation of whatever.
You think anyone's ever told Glorbin he has beady little rat eyes?
I think he knows.
Oh.
I don't know. Let's find out. You
Not
tell
that
me.
leads his eyes very long.
Holy shit.
I mean, it needed to be asked.
Did it? Did it though?
I'm not doing it in character for a reason.
Oh, okay.
I want to live.
You gotta be stabbed.
All right.
Okay.
Shia will take a step in.
Well, we were waiting for. He didn't even describe what the area looked like.
Yeah, he did.
No, he said everybody but Glorbin and Shia.
Yeah, he
Oh.
described
And
it
we
for
went on
all.
something else, a different tangent.
It's a hallway, Reaper.
Oh, yeah, but I thought he was saying something else.
I assume this is your marching order.
Yes.
Actually, that fun fact. That's a thing you can set up in the party sheet.
Hmm.
Also a watch order.
How do we set that up? Other. I
Order.
see.
Order.
Order.
Oh, that's just order. I can't read. I leaned
It's
back.
tiny text.
How do I? How do I put myself in there?
You should just be able to drag the tokens on the watch order.
Oh, which one of these is order?
Not.
I cannot drag my token.
Oh,
In
there we
that
go.
case, here you go. sort of put people on the sheet. Something I should probably keep up on the. Oh Jesus Christ! Greg and Cerny. Not that I'll really pay attention to this.
Okay, no.
Okay, let's get started.
All right. Sure.
Hell yeah.
Casting resistance
Wow.
on Shia. Okay.
Trying to help the new guy, I see.
All right. Step forward.
Oh yeah. Somebody asked you. We can't walk in front of you. That would be rude.
These little like notches,
All right.
by the way.
Those are just arrow slits in the walls.
Oh,
They don't seem to have
can I look
Any-
inside them and see if they have arrows?
Go ahead.
Horses on our.
I'm-
I look inside it.
Roll a
Not on
dexterity. No.
I knew we should have grabbed a pickaxe.
You see a room that appears to have no door. You can't really see much in it, but in it, it looks like there's a skeleton of some kind, dressed in blue
brother.
robes. It's quite a loud keyboard, man.
I was actually I thought I pressed the home button, but I must not fully clicked it. My bad.
So there's just a skeleton of robes in there.
Yep. From what it looks like.
Dead skeleton, right?
Very much dead.
Are you sure? Do you want to check if it has a heartbeat?
It's
What's
it's,
the text
it's,
spell for
it's
that?
lying there. Huh?
It's like some type of divine thing that the
Sir Knight has
Sense.
it.
dumb boy
Yeah.
can do.
Oh, you're okay. It doesn't. You're actually using your divine sense.
No, I'm not using it because
Oh.
I can't use it through the wall.
Ah,
Well, now that you can't use it through if it's a complete wall, but there's a slit in it.
Okay, well, does this count as total cover or does this count like as 3/4?
I'd say 3/4.
Okay, divine sense.
All right. It is
It's not
very.
group upping.
How? 60 feet.
Yeah, 60 feet. So like if I walk past all of them, I'll probably be able to go and
And
It-
it doesn't.
okay,
It
if I
doesn't
walk
go
past
through
all of them,
walls.
if there's anything. So nothing triggers inside any of them then.
Like it absolutely doesn't. It doesn't go around walls.
As long as it's the thing is not behind total cover. So like it can't go through it, but I'm pretty sure it can go around as long as it's not in total. At least that's how the spell has phrased it. Or not spell, the ability.
Okay. I'm just going to real quick.
I'll drag it down for you.
Oh, that is not the. Oh, thank you. I just love how it specifically mentions the vampire Count Strahd von Zarevich.
Yeah, I know, I meant that before.
Yeah. The only undead you detect is yourself and Greg.
Alright. That's one.
Greg's undead?
Hmm.
You don't know that.
So we didn't know that.
He is
We know that.
classified as such.
Oh, poor guy. Maybe next time.
For those who can see, I'm just gonna get rid of that. How long is that lasts an hour, right?
Oh, that
No?
lasts until
No,
the
it's a one
One-
round thing.
Wing round? Oh, okay.
You send out a sonar ping and get a response, and then you're like, I know the situation now.
Gotcha.
until the end of my next turn.
And from around here, let's see how far. Shit. Look at that. It's the room that I mentioned.
Oh, no.
I love that the minute that I wake up, or like not really, but like I mean, I love that now that I'm conscious, my cat decides to come in my room.
Of course.
Too bad.
That's what cat do.
That's very courteous. It waits for you to be awake before no.
Oh, I fell asleep while he was in the room, and then I woke up and he was gone.
Is there a blockage here?
The door
No.
was
Oh,
completely
should we
shut
see
off.
through that?
I'm just seeing how far you can see out.
Yes, you are.
About here at
Zombie.
that point. He's being he's being zombie.
So I can serenade you.
What?
Come here.
I require 2 hands.
It would take an entire turn to go to the end of this hallway, so I can make it sure I get the most out of this single turn of divine sense. So, like right here.
Yeah, you don't detect anything.
Well, we're not gonna get shot from the arrow slits. That's
Wait,
what I can
how-
tell you.
Oh yeah, they split up each square into 5 feet sections. Each square is 10. Each large square is 10 feet, but it's that's only if you're not playing Fantasy Grounds.
I'm assuming that
All right. So
there's more than one area.
you
Map,
based
rather.
collectively, you all basically see all of that.
All good is freeze.
I've
Sorry.
minimized it, and now
This
it won't
is-
come back.
This is a big map. All right. So yeah, you see
Oh,
a
good.
20-foot wide balcony of black marble with a shattered railing that overlooks the vast temple.
That doesn't look black, that looks gray.
Listen here.
Shut the fuck
Shut
up.
Make it darker,
Snack.
Shade.
Oh,
You're
fuck.
killing our immersion. Make it darker.
I can't edit these maps.
Shade, I figured when it was called the Amber Temple, there would be like mosquitoes encased in it, and I haven't seen any of that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
When are we going to
probably.
be able to obtain ourselves a?
When can we
I-
start creating
Fuck,
dinosaurs?
I just forgot the Pokemon. How could this happen to me? Aerodactyl. When do I get my Aerodactyl out of this?
The joke you're
Someday.
Yeah,
saying
can
is
we
that
all ride Aerodactyls?
So about this
Oh.
game we're currently in,
Yeah, you have a point. Ah, shit, I don't have the token anymore. I put those in the archive.
No.
you had Pokemon tokens?
I have the first gen of Pokemon as tokens.
Yeah, you missed
Oh,
the
God.
Wartortle Reaper.
You did. The Wartortle was a cart.
Okay.
Like how Mace Windu is a weapon. So yeah, you see black marble staircases at each end of the balcony descend 30 feet to the temple floor. The vaulted ceiling is 30 feet above the balcony. The walls and ceiling are covered in amber glaze, lending the room a golden sheen. A set of amber doors stands close to the west of the balcony. A similar pair stands open to the east. Amber doors.
And there's a door to our left, and what's to our right here?
Door.
Is that
Oh,
door
okay.
on
We
the
can't not
open?
see the door.
There's one door that's opened and one that is closed, Reaper.
It's door.
What do I see through the open?
The best you could see is about there. You see what looks like the edgings of some sort of hole. Maybe.
I just want to know what those air slit rooms came from.
Yes.
So do we enter the room? Or we just sit
Yeah,
on-
I was like, I was waiting for 2 frontliners to go forward.
Which direction are we going? I was about to ask. Are we going towards the open?
one of
Ah, Snack
Well,
already
there's an
made a
open
decision,
door.
it seems. Just tell us when to stop.
Sure. Okay.
I peek in further.
Beacon further. Which just generally, both ways.
Generally,
All right. How about?
I'll open the door. Open is what I'm saying.
Okay.
Is this spiral thing in the middle like a staircase, or is that just a crater?
That is.
Oh, well.
You see a 10-foot diameter circular hole in the floor to the east, and empty torch scones along the walls. There are double doors of amber that stand open to the north and west.
Really
I want to eat
suspicious
the
that
torch
doors are
stones.
all-
Does the crater look like it was man-made, or is it more like damage?
Can real quick step into the room and see if I can't peek through what
It-
the top door is.
It seems more man-made than actual damage.
Okay.
I was gonna say okay.
Shia is in the heat of it. I'm telling you, he's bound to repeat Lavia's mistakes.
Who?
Snack's first.
Oh,
date.
yeah, Coma Lady.
Yeah, no, she had a near-death experience when she fell into a spike trap in the first dungeon.
She'd have a near-death experience if she hit a rock with her big toe.
That was just the start of it, though.
Oh,
Welcome
Fuck.
back,
I
Doug.
hear you guys. Could you hear anything I was saying?
No, we cannot.
no.
Okay, I was saying that I just wanted to look through the top door from where I was.
The top door? Okay.
Yeah.
That's. Hold on. You can see all the way to the back wall. You have 120 feet, right? No, 60. Oh,
Dark
shit.
vision? Yeah, I thought 60 is what dark vision.
Okay.
I think it's only Warlock that gets up to 120 unless you get like the feed or.
I think she's also had. No, it's just.
I have
Oh,
60.
everyone
Just
only has 60.
Yeah.
Oops.
Yeah, I believe dark vision normally should only be 60.
Oh, you guys were technically not supposed to see all that, but whatever. Not gonna worry about it.
cracks.
Don't worry, I'll step close.
Look,
Okay.
cracks.
Within this room, you see. Okay.
I made up everything.
What's that all about?
A dark hallway down. Is that Daniel's or someone's lights?
I don't see why you're doing that, but
All right, yeah. So the this hallway, it's you see glazed amber covers the walls of this roughly 20-foot wide, 70-foot long arched corridor. Let's say you eventually do make it to see that. A closed doors is in the middle of the east wall, and 3 arch slits are cut into the wall across from it. Cracks in the black marble floor run the length of the wall. On the other side, you see amber doors at the end of the hall that stand open.
All right.
But on these amber doors, are there any specified like icons or figures carved on them?
You see imagery similar to the figures outside, made of amber.
Okay.
Looking real quick.
Nothing
we're
really.
Still... what are you saying, Sir?
I was just about to say nothing really notable.
Okay, I'm gonna close these doors while we explore the rest of this room first.
Okay.
We should probably leave the hole for last.
Yeah, I suppose that wouldn't be a bad idea.
Is Greg opening up this door?
That is what Greg will be doing.
Okay. So, what Greg sees, and by extension Shizuka, sees a shattered bits of wood cover a roughly 20-foot square room.
Yeah, and that's it.
It's ceiling's about 10 feet high.
I mean, that's all we're doing. I'm not going in there.
I'm gonna go in there.
I lost interest the moment there wasn't a chest, let's be honest.
Well, you can find other items by searching.
I don't see the skeleton in here, dude.
Nope.
Yeah, that was over
I'm
here.
gonna investigate the room to see if there is a secret passage.
Yeah, roll me investigation.
I will come in and assist.
What's your investigation score, Reaper? Do you want to give me advantage, or do you want to just...
What's I don't know what yours is. Give me a second. Did I close
mine's
my
a
character sheet? I did.
Mine's a +4 at the moment.
You win. I only have
yeah.
a +2.
Okay. So you want to give me advantage then?
Yep.
Roll it.
Not
That's
bad.
fair enough. You sliding your hand across the opposite wall, you eventually find this this latch that opens up to another room. Or this latch that opens the door to another room, which you see. The two slits that you saw much wider than they were. Than they are on the other side, and slumped in the corner is a skeleton wearing a blue wizard's robe and clutching a wand to its chest.
Pick up the wand.
You pick up the
You
wand?
should probably smash the skeleton first.
Okay. I will real quick just drop that onto your sheet.
Not sure what this does, but might be useful. Wonder how he died.
It's a cleverly carved, a wand that's cleverly carved into a double helix. That ends in a rune-covered object resembling a doorknob. This wizard was a nerd.
This wizard, but they played D&D.
He had a doorknob for a wand.
Maybe you can go into something and then we can unlock it.
I move in and smash the skull before leaving.
Okay. It breaks with relative ease.
Oh wait, we could have used our Skullville. We could have asked him questions. Dang.
Has it been a day since we went through Argon Boss? Yeah, it has. We long rested.
Yeah, it
so-
has.
Okay, just making sure, because I can only do that once a day.
And Daniel is still exhausted, so.
Well, because he got exhausted on the way up.
I'm sure there's probably another skeleton remain in the other, off on the other side if we get there.
All
To
right.
be honest, I forgot we had a necromancer here.
Yes, it is a.
Shizuka's just wildly looking around.
I've just been scrolling.
Is Shizuka gonna get those dank wizard robes?
I was gonna take a look at them to see if there's anything about them, but I was letting whatever you were doing because, like, I decided I'm not going into that room, so I figured it's only fair if I reacted after you guys do whatever.
Squire comes out of the room holding a wand. I found a wand.
Neat. What's it do?
I don't know. Can I roll to see what it does?
So can I roll Arcana on it?
I don't do magic.
I can do the divine.
I actually did end up reading the ruling for identifying things, but I don't like the ruling for identifying things, so I'm going to say roll Arcana.
All right.
Oh.
You roll with disadvantage.
Yeah, because
What?
he's exhausted.
What?
I think that's the reason.
Oh yeah, that's fine. I thought it was only physical checks, but
I think I might know.
I think we all know, except
We all
Except the dumb blonde.
I decided not to roll because
Yep.
I don't do magic.
It's quite unfortunate. Alright, you find out that you have a Wand of Secrets.
Oh my god, secrets.
what kind of
Oh my God.
secrets?
What secrets?
Secrets.
What does it do?
Spell does now.
Better take
It
it.
is. You can look at the description of it. It's specifically a wand.
I forgot the inventory.
It's at the bottom of your inventory. Your only W.
Oh,
Oh,
it's a hidden door finder.
that's funny. We found a hidden door finder by finding a hidden door. I wonder if this is how this guy found this place and he just died here waiting.
I ran out of
No one
charges,
will
then I
find me
starved
here.
to death.
No one will find me here. It's fine. Oh shit, what's the hidden door? Oh no, where is it? Where is it?
If only I had a wand for this part.
All right. So, is there anything on the? I guess they've taken the wand. Is there anything else on this? What's left of a skeleton?
Just the tattered robes.
Are they good for anything?
They
You
are
can
tattered
turn
robes.
them into a curtain, maybe,
All
if
right.
you whip
We're
it
gonna
Let's
around.
drag
keep walking then.
Ty? I apologize.
All right, are you guys looking into the hole?
Looking down the hole. It looked yeah, this hole is very stares into the abyss. Well, you don't really you don't really see much down there. You see this almost green glow coming from about 20-ish feet down.
Okay. Does anyone have a torch? I was about to say.
Did anyone take the torch off of Theodore?
I have torches on me, but I don't want
We
to
didn't
use
take
any.
candles off of him.
I mean, can I shoot a firebolt into the hole to see if that reveals
You
anything?
do know that somebody can cast just light on the like a coin or something and drop it down.
I don't have light. That's not a solution I can come up with.
You have two people with light,
I'm not one of them.
John and Daniel. That's why I brought it up. In character.
Say, we have Fireball Reaper. We can just shoot Fireball down there.
It won't remain, so we can't see much. Gabo.
Is your torch still burning? I gather it hasn't been terribly long. It's maybe been 10 minutes at most. Torches last for an hour, if I'm not mistaken. You drop it in? Gotcha. Yeah, your torch falls, descends down the shaft, plops at the bottom, and now contrasts against the green.
Oh, wait, you
Green?
know what? I had an idea. Sir Knight Squire decides to employ the ultimate weapon in his arsenal and pulls out the fishing tackle.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Do you have a fishing rod?
Yes,
He-
I do.
he has a
I
fishing
plan to
rod.
go fishing after learning about the wizard. All right, I want to fish it
out
out.
of context.
What does he roll? Shade? Survival?
What? Okay, I want you.
Knowledge fishing?
I want you to roll as if you're rolling a grapple check.
So athletics. Good.
You're gonna have to grapple that out, Shade. You've given him too much power.
Oh my
You've
god.
given me too much power.
Oh
shit.
my god, I don't think they can make this. Okay.
I also wish to get the torch, but first I want to see if I can fish the.
Alright. Okay.
Did you roll an opposing grapple check?
Did you catch something?
Grapple? Ooh, we got a good one. We got a big one, boys. I'm reeling him in.
You feel it. You feel a tug.
Oh, come on, we'll help you.
It feels very floaty what you're trying to pull up.
That takes out his puts his great sword out, ready to swing out whatever comes up.
You're readying
Do I
that
see
action? As you, I assume you're reeling it in.
Can I have
reeling
Greg
it.
ready a dodge action just in case?
Sure.
I don't know what's gonna happen, but I feel like that's gonna be useful.
Preemptively roll for initiative.
Let's say just everyone just ready weapon attacks.
No, Bagra.
So I'm getting ready to dodge. I don't even care.
I'm ready to stab.
Ready a dodge or does? Oh no, wait. Technically, a fishing rod is an interaction when it.
Yeah.
Instagrams? There we go. Bagra.
I mean, when you start pulling, though, you'd know something is coming.
Yeah. So, as
I'll go ahead and ready a dodge if I can.
Okay. As I asked, preemptively roll for initiative.
Oh,
What
all
is
right.
the initiative? I forgot where it is.
I think I found an angler. I think I got an old
okay.
angler.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh, Greg. Oh man, I actually rolled
Hey,
well.
that's
Got a
one
fucking
good
angler.
initiative.
Wow.
I don't want to roll for John, but
Oh, John left.
Zombie. That's what
Being
zombie does.
slow to get my sheet.
Oh, it
So
didn't
we're-
roll that. Dang it! I rolled a 16 and it didn't actually roll.
did you double click your initiative? Okay. There we
Yeah,
go.
I double clicked my initiative and it rolled a 16.
All right, Sir Knight. Eventually, the green starts ascending the hole, and at the bottom, you see
Oh fuck. Oh, God.
tackled on to your fishing lure is a flaming skull.
Best part about this,
spider.
Oh god,
It's
this is my worst enemy.
you can't move.
Indeed,
I mean, it can't. Can it float or does it?
it is floating.
Oh, but it's grappled, isn't it? So it's moving to
grappled
zero.
out.
Yep.
It's moving 0.
Oh, that's great. I mean, if it started moving, Shia was gonna hit it, but okay.
Every time it tries to move, I'll just reel the fishing rod back into place so it can't.
No, I mean, Shia has Sentinel.
I already stabbed it.
Well,
Is that
I
a
already
foot?
planned on stabbing it the moment it came
Alright.
up.
Yep. Go ahead, roll your attack. What?
I assume a 25 hits.
Daniel said he was readying a
Sacred
spell.
flame. I would
Okay, are
have.
we rolling those?
I would have actually ready to fire a firebolt at it.
It fails. I don't know why
Yay.
I don't know why it didn't re-roll. It was working a couple days, like when I last checked.
Literally yesterday when you checked.
Literally
What
yesterday.
The hell? So that's 2 more damage, making that 11.
Gotcha.
I had literally just gotten back. Would I be able to have readied an action?
Sure. What did you want ready?
John would have readied Firebolt.
Firebolt. Sure. Go ahead.
Yeah, which I'm assuming is not very effective against it, but
That's a
As
hit.
long as it's not green flame blade, John.
John's too far away to do Green Flame Blade on it.
Just
I don't
throw
want
the
to
dagger.
melee attack that thing.
That yeah. You fire your firebolt and it just seems to fizzle out as it hits.
Immunity.
Shia would like to make his attack.
Sure.
Uh,
Your single attack, or yeah.
so
That's a hit.
this would be a reaction, or is this technically an action?
Ready-
A readied
readying
action
an
is
action
not
is-
on your turn.
Okay.
Be glad that these things aren't all that beefy.
It was a total of 11, 22,
It's an amount of
32
damage.
damage. Oh, 32 total damage applied. Doesn't mean it's not resisted. Yeah.
It's at moderate health at the moment. So
Dude.
Oh, did you add the extra 2 damage from
I
the...
did.
Okay.
Actually, now that I think about it, I added too much damage.
the fishing rod has came into very well use.
I'm
Already.
amazed.
Oh,
Actually,
he described it as a water. I know what I can do. Looking through my inventory, I was like looking.
how did you get water out of that?
Didn't you say there was water?
I didn't
Or
say
something
water.
No!
Oh.
I don't even know why you did that. It just seemed like it didn't even seem to make any
sounds
sense.
like a-
Fucking,
It sounds like a very Cernite thing to do.
he saw a goddamn hole and thought, hey, a fishing hole.
I saw something floating down there, and I was about to go get the torch back.
In
Because
this
that's what-
temple, on top of a fucking mountain.
Hey, Kevin Waiting heard the other day.
The
What
torture,
fish
and I was
anywhere?
like, wait a minute. I can fishing rod the object out of there, so we don't have to go down. And I'll just do that.
You know, in some games that have a fishing mechanic that just sort of gives you random shit sometimes. Yeah, this is the random shit.
Nice.
This is when we pull. It's like Animal Crossing, and you pull a boot out of the river.
Fucking, you just suddenly pull Excalibur out of the hole.
A boot that stabs you?
Wait, would it be right by me, by the way?
Yeah, pretty much.
Put it on a square shade.
All right. So,
If the weapon that we were looking for ended up at the Amber Temple, would we have been able to fish it out of the hole?
no.
Oh, okay.
Reaper, I want to point out, I can make this thing move with me as a grapple, and it can't resist it. I don't.
I should probably apply the effect to it, huh?
Yeah. So I can make it flank if you don't get your turn before me. I'm trying to remember what the turn order is.
Yeah, I was for you.
Are you gonna try to flank it on the hole?
No, I'm gonna. That's why I mentioned moving it.
Apparently, John grappled it. Fun fact.
Huge.
It's on your turn,
Good
so
job.
it counted you grappling.
Okay.
Speaking of John, what do you? At the top,
Sacred Flame.
Sacred Flame. More fire.
This is radiant damage.
Oh shit, you're right. Do it. That's a hit.
John, I got a big.
So you're saying it was successful? It's not an attack roll.
I said that's a hit.
Okay.
Oh wait, what?
It's a.
Save.
Oh, save. Oh,
Well, you
yeah,
scared
no,
me. I
no,
was like,
no,
oh, okay, so it rolled good.
It succeeded.
Well, why would it roll good if your attack
I
hit?
thought you rolled an attack.
Ah.
I saw
think it
dice
takes
rolling with
none.
advantage, and I was very confused.
Okay. It takes none.
It takes none. Okay, so I'll take off that 16 then. Would have been nice
Does it
damage.
take any? Okay.
Yeah, it would have said it would have automatically applied half on success.
Ah.
That all you're doing?
I'm not wasting a spiritual weapon on this thing. This thing's not worth a mace.
Okay.
Greg.
Greg.
So, yeah, I'm done.
Okay, well, we're gonna try out Greg's new thing that he picked up from Theodore's corpse. I'll open
His
his head.
arm?
No, he's got a short sword, so now he can dual wield.
But Shia is the dual wielder.
Well,
Yeah.
Greg's gonna fly.
Yeah, Greg's about to flex on Shia. Get wrecked, nerd.
I should hope that Greg's not gonna. Oh, I guess he is flanking. Never mind.
He is.
Oh, so does that mean I get advantage?
It's still a hit, but see if you get
Damn it. All right,
Look
so
at that puny +6 to attack.
all right, so then
It's
I
a
roll
negative to
attack.
attack because I'm guessing he does have to feet for
roll your
it.
damage.
Yep,
So,
that's a 7.
Yeah, you stab the skull. It gets hurt slightly. You still have your bonus action.
Yeah, I'm gonna do the dual wielding thing. Does
Does
that
he have
also
a feat for
with
it?
advantage? No, he doesn't have the feat, but he
It's
can
with
do it.
advantage.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and
You just don't,
your damage
I
for the
don't-
offhand should be automatically set to not have the. Yeah,
Yeah, but not have the +3. Yep.
yep. I have the useful extension for that.
All right.
Good.
Woo. And then
That's
just a
a hit.
regular +6.
Yep.
4.
That's some damage.
That'll be Greg's turn.
Okay. What? Oh no, you're not supposed to skip that. Excuse me.
My turn. Oh.
You certain about that?
Oh no. So I'm guessing it's Syl's turn.
More green begins to
Oh,
float
no.
up as another skull appears.
Oh, why does that one have a circle around it?
'Cause it's its turn.
Yeah. I'm not sure what the circle's about, but it's there.
That's what it does when it's your turn.
Hit target.
Yeah.
Like, it does that
Ba-da-ba.
whenever an enemy is on turn.
Boy, I went fishing for
What?
jewels, and I on
Say, look.
more than one.
Sir Knight, it looks like you got a 2-for-1 deal. You must be a great fisher.
You do know there's only one thing on that hook, right?
It is immediately. Let's see. It is immediately going to go for the furthest thing away for this thing. And
John?
it within range. It shoots
Oh.
past Greg. It fires a ray of fire at Shizuka
Okay.
Dare you
and misses.
hit me? Damn it!
Zombie, we need to get you some.
Stop assaulting my children.
Hey!
And because it has multi-attack, it's trying again. And this isn't a spell. And it hits
Oh.
Oh shit.
for some damage.
Oh
Oh.
god.
Not terrible damage, actually. Could be worse.
3d6.
3d6
What kind of
indeed.
damage, or is it just regular?
Fire damage.
Okay.
Is it regular? Jeez.
I don't know. I'm just making sure it's not necrotic, because I resist that now. I'm making use of it.
And it is going to float itself a little bit away from the hole.
Was it within 6 feet of me before it floated away from the hole?
Within 6 feet of you?
Or
6
Hello.
5 feet?
That is awfully
Wow.
specific.
It's 2 squares up. That's more than 5.
That is more than 5.
5 plus 5 is 10.
And
So
Shizuka.
Oh,
No,
Greg would not get an
it's-
attack, Christian.
He's
It's
still
moving around in his threatened area.
Okay, I'm
Close
gonna
to
just. I'm gonna see how undead it really is, and I'm gonna shoot it with chill touch. So I can get there. Look, I can only cast fire or necrotic. These things have me beat. Yes.
Indeed.
Could
a
always
hit.
walk away.
All right, and then attack or the ranged +6, I think.
Damn
Oh,
it! I
wait.
could have used my reaction.
I
That's
did that
good.
wrong. Yep, now I got it.
There you go.
Oh,
But I don't. We already used our reactions, didn't we? When we all
Yeah.
mapped them.
yeah. I guess, did that look like it resisted it?
Not nearly as bad as the fire that John sent, but the necrotic energy disperses slightly, but still cracks its skull a little bit.
Alright.
So you can do something.
Flames.
I think that's all I got.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay. Flame
you're
Skull
good.
1.
By the way, my AC is currently gonna be 18 because I'm not using a shield.
Indeed.
Oh no.
If you unequip your shield, it should be automatic.
How do I? Oh, I'll just set to 0 for now.
Your equip is that little bag or shirt icon.
Oh, okay. Here, give me a moment.
Anyway, this one is going to. Let's see.
Attempt to get out.
This one, its eyes blaze more than the rest of it for a second, and then a sheen around it appears as it casts shield.
Coward.
Oh, okay. I was expecting for this to explode.
It's a coward. It uses block, guys. It blocks.
We'll get advantage off of here.
That is all it's going to do. So night.
So, since I need to move 10 feet, I'm going to drag it with me. I'm going to make it to where it's in between.
Do I get an AOO?
In between
That's
you and
all
John.
right.
Moving.
It
No,
would...
it's no, in between me and Glory.
I was gonna say, do we get attack of opportunity for him moving it, or
It has to be using its own movement
yeah.
for an
Okay.
attack.
Okay. Oh, so it would be right here then.
So he said in between you and Glorban?
Yeah, me and Glory.
Okay.
After I pull out my sword while I'm moving, and then I'm gonna bap it with it.
Gotcha.
But why didn't you move, Garbo?
why didn't I move?
Yeah.
I have something I was debating trying. In hindsight, I don't think I'll do it because
So that's
Yes.
That is a
Sorry,
20.
I
I'll
mean-
roll the crit real quick.
give us your gold.
So it's just a gold falls from the sky.
So, Shade, did it roll anything interesting? Oh, good.
What is that?
I look at the team going quiet.
What even? I need to get a different table.
What
What
is
does it say, Shade? Is it blind now? Is it
It,
deaf?
no,
Is it mute?
it's not.
it
It's
vulnerable?
not applicable.
Oh,
Oh, that's a shame. What was it?
It turns the
Uh,
individual into a skull.
Well,
it knocked it prone.
it falls it's supposed to fall unconscious, but like
Can this thing?
I don't. It's not immune to unconsciousness, but I don't think there's anything that actually has the condition immunity unconscious.
So it falls unconscious.
So yeah, it's applicable.
We just get to attack it with advantage every time.
Okay.
I guess.
Whatever.
Like,
Wait,
it's up
what
to
if
you
it-
entirely, though. So
I feel like a magic flying skull that is completely undead wouldn't fall unconscious, much like Sir Knight cannot sleep.
But I can
Oh.
fall unconscious.
so that's an elf.
Fair point.
Apparently.
Anyway, you did some damage.
Oh, it's down.
It's unconscious,
it-
guys.
Like that's a really delayed reaction for it getting knocked out by damage. No, you just applied.
Yeah,
Good
I
news,
just-
it's unconscious.
it's great. Is that all you're doing?
Yeah, that's all I can do.
Okay.
Actually,
Wait.
since
Oh.
it's unconscious,
Oh.
what I am gonna do is stop grappling it now. I suppose.
Stop grappling it? Just sort of.
And
All right.
yeah.
Sure.
and then get my shield out if possible. I don't know.
You did take your sword out on this turn.
All right, you're right. I'll take it out next turn. Go.
Okay. Shia.
He's gonna bop himself between the skull and Shizuka, and then give it 2 baps.
Okay, do it. That's a
Is
hit.
that a hit? Is that a hit?
That's. Roll your damage first, boy. Okay. That's the damage, and the second one is a hit. Yeah, that's a bit of damage. Your sword
that's-
only just partially gets through the through its flames, cracking its
Okay.
skull a bit.
All right, those are my. And then I'm gonna bonus do the offhand attack.
Ooh.
Okay. Rolling.
Oh, jeez, that's a 20. Was
Yeah, 11 damage.
All right, so
Try to deal with stupid.
You're stupid. Should I feel stupid?
you're.
And then,
It's funny how that's
that is-
John saying that.
John takes one look at Shia.
You're stupid.
Let me just apply this.
Zombie saying that, not John.
Oh,
That was not a character post. So you can see how it says my name first.
I don't care.
What am I resisting?
Oh,
For a round.
Is that? Did I just like?
That is the critical hit effect, man.
How does that work?
Oh, thank you, Christian.
you're
I have
just
to-
very prepared.
Okay.
You suddenly feel like you're you feel like your under your skin is suddenly made of metal. You happy?
He's used strengthening on himself.
Oh,
You happy?
turned into a lizard. I knew you were Obama.
So
Oh,
he himself that.
Do I feel like I'm the bone of my sword?
Sure, man. Sure.
You're useless, you know that.
Okay.
Oh, that's actually really useful. Thank you, Christian.
All right. That's my. That is my turn.
It's now the horse's turn, it seems. Oh, never mind.
Nope. It is not, as
Corbin.
another skull floats out of the hole.
hit
Are
Greg.
you saying it's a whole skull?
It's a skull. It's a hole of skulls.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
All right. Oh, there's enough people in the call now to warrant me having to shorten the chat a little bit on Streamlabs. Oh God. Hold up.
People are watching.
Hmm?
How many
No.
people are watching?
Currently one.
People
Not
that-
really concerned about that. We're playing D&D.
Me.
All right.
Oh, the overlay from our chat. Got it.
This thing
I'll stop that.
is immediately going to let's see. How long is it? All right, so this thing is going to nope, not that. It's going to look over here. No, that's a square.
Looking for where?
5 foot. There we go.
Oh boy.
Oh, goody.
Suddenly a sphere of fire appears here.
Yo, it can cast fireball, guys.
Do we need to make a save?
Oh no, spellcasters are getting
Hey.
hit by.
It only says specifically any creature that ends its turn.
So we can just move out of that.
Alright, our next turn, does it have any previous effect?
Yeah, so you don't immediately take damage.
Okay.
Alright.
So yeah. And it is going to... That's going to stay there. Horse!
Horse.
Nay. Glorbin. Nay. What is Glorbin with all the effects on him doing? But it is 5 feet within, around the sphere. So I'm just encompassing that.
I was talking and I decided to mute myself. That's what.
Bravo!
Because I was typing earlier to be a nice guy and mute myself. Meh. So, I move over here, be quaint, and give Nicole protection to the, I guess, 1 and 2 people.
Isn't it 10
And
feet?
yeah, 10 feet. 2
Yeah,
people.
So Greg, Shia, and Daniel.
Oh yeah, but he doesn't matter.
Wow, are you racist, Reaper? Are you telling me Greg is less than a person?
Greg is immune to necrotic and poison damage. So I will be stabbing Flaming Skull. Ooh, it seems. That should have been with advantage. So my bad.
See if you get
See
that
if you
20.
crit.
I guess I'll just roll again because I'm an absolute space.
Alright,
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
Roll your damage.
Oh, by the way, how much damage does it seem I'm doing to this individual? Because I do have a magic
You
weapon,
didn't roll
so it should bypass all.
You didn't roll it
resistance.
onto the skull.
Ah. I must have accidentally pushed down it a bit.
Alright, yep. Did that? What?
Like, it should.
Did
I don't
that
know
do
if
as much damage?
magic pierces.
Reroll.
Oh, yeah, no, no, that's fine. Interestingly, your attacks. What? Okay, Shia's attacks might have actually done a bit better than I thought.
Oh,
A short sword does piercing?
Yeah.
Huh?
Okay. Yeah, no, Glorbin, your attack does just fine.
Aren't mine supposed to do slashing damage?
No, they're piercing. No, the short swords are all piercing.
Okay. Sorry. I had a brain fart. So I was thinking they should do slashing. Nope, my bad. Yeah.
Ah, so they are. I guess you poke instead of whack.
Thinking about it, I kind of feel like Shia can deal with this one and then move out of the way. So I'm gonna attack Flame Skull too.
Okay. Do the attack without advantage.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Yeah, I could use the bonus action, but that would be rude. I'm not rude. I assume the 21 hits.
That is absolutely a hit.
19 damage.
Oof.
And I can't do anything else because I... Oh, how much damage does it seem that... I guess I'll use the Harrowing Strike with this as well. Well, that's a D4? Bro?
Yep. It's the spell specifically says if you end if you end creature ends a turn within 5 feet of whatever, I'll shorten it, but yeah, whenever a creature ends their turn within 5 feet of the square, the sphere. So I was just encompassing that.
Oh, okay. So I was just confused because I saw Daniel up there saying it's a 5-foot sphere, not a 5-foot diameter. I'm like, those are the same thing. I'm confused as to why you said this because
5-foot
it's a
radius
5-foot
would be-
diameter sphere.
Anyway,
So how much damage was actually dealt? Because that matters for temporary hit points.
harrowing. What type of damage was harrowing strike again?
Necrotic.
Necrotic. That did an additional 2.
Okay, so I gain 1.
Ugh.
I take it as minimum 1.
No,
No. So you could
it's just
sub-
half.
You could just.
I guess it
gain-
is minimum 1.
Okay, I was gonna say you could just gain 0 from it.
I see. Yeah, you can gain 0.
Huh.
Actually, you can say a minimum here. That's wonderful. Okay.
All good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cool.
Blondie. I can say that with confidence now because there's only one blonde. We don't really know what Glorban looks like underneath the rat head.
He actually is blonde, but you'll never find out.
Is the redhead like a mascot like head?
No.
Can you take it off? Is that head underneath?
The curse with a removable mascot rat.
Now I have you know, you can go to hell and die.
Oh my god.
What did you just do?
What was it? Yeah, Radiance of
You.
I was going to say it's spell, but no, it's Channel Divinity.
That was
What
disgusting.
did you use it on? But
The flame skulls.
why? That
I
has
just-
so little HP.
See, they all had advantage on that, by the way.
Oof.
Oh,
Why?
you used it on all of them.
I
Okay.
mean, one of them's already dead.
Yep, one of them, as he channels God,
God damn it.
Radiance of Dawn, yeah, a radiant light suddenly appears, and as it hits Flame Skull 3, its flames die out and the skull crumbles to the ground.
Was there any magical darkness within 30 feet of him?
No, it's just a very
Oh.
dark place. Horse, John, you hear in the
Okay.
distance.
Luker.
Hmm. Wait, I thought Flamestone 1 was already defeated.
No, Flame
it was
Skull
knocked
1
unconscious by a crit.
Oh. Okay.
It's weird that way.
Yep.
Can they even go unconscious? Can you knock undead unconscious?
There's nothing that says it can't be.
Shade really does need to get a new table for this.
I'm as Christian sent me a table. I'll import that in Fantasy Grounds for next time. Damage specific too. Damage type specific.
I feel like Black Flame Blade might not be all that useful here, so I'm going to Sacred Flame Store 1.
Okay.
Yay or nay?
Do you get disadvantage for being unconscious? For saves?
I think
Or
creatures.
you automatically fail him.
Helpless.
Yeah.
Get fucked. Did he pass or fail?
Oh, sorry.
I need to know before I roll.
He passed.
Passed?
Yep.
Christ, fuck these things.
But it's unconscious.
Yeah. Again, as you try to use this flame, seems to disperse around the skull before it actually hits.
It's not even fire. It's just this thing is literally dodging like
It's-
rays of like light out of the sky.
It's not fire. Indeed.
Yeah. It's not dispersing. It's
It's-
just literally evading like God's holy like smite.
It's almost
Oh,
like it's magically resisting.
It's like one of God's creatures.
It's resistant to radiant?
No. No, Radiant does.
Okay,
Damage.
clarify to me.
It
This
has-
thing
it-
is
it-
evading, or this thing is
has-
this
it
thing
has-
is taking no damage?
It's taking no damage. It has magic resistance because,
Oh.
advantage on saving throws.
Okay.
Yep.
Stab it.
You can look it up in the PHB. It's a flame skull. Is it a
I
PHB?
avoid
assume it is.
looking things up while
Not
we're in the
PHB.
middle of me fighting it. Human decency, my guy.
What do you mean? I don't expect that.
Oof.
Don't? Then why is Ratman here?
Orbit is a person?
Also, how long was that thing? How long was that thing unconscious for? Is it 4 rounds or what?
Well, it was hit, so I guess that'll bring it back to consciousness if it's not at 0 hit points.
Oh, okay.
Is
I don't know.
that all you're doing?
That's the button. Took me a second to find it
Okay.
again.
Whoa.
Greg, you better get the fuck out of that circle.
Indeed. So I'm gonna move. Let's see. I can go like there, and around to here. Like 15 feet. That'll work.
Sure.
So I'll put Greg in there. And then
Greg just leaps over the hole.
I mean, I've measured it out so that he'd walk around it, but we can
Yeah.
do it that way if you're okay with it, Dave.
No,
settings.
I'm not. It's a large hole that would require a check. Whatever. No, it's just straight. Never mind. We're not
Is
worrying
that
about it.
flanking?
You go around the hole.
Is that flanking actually where he is?
Is that
I wasn't
flanking?
thinking-
There is a straight line going through it.
Okay.
Flanking.
I was not
Greg, have
thinking, but that does count as flanking.
Greg, have you ever considered just setting your head on fire in a
That's-
green? Okay, that's a 20.
God damn,
Setting-
guys.
Flames.
Holy.
Have we considered taking the flame skull and attaching it in place of Greg's head?
Damn.
Have we thought of taking one of these skulls hostage?
Okay, so
You can knock it unconscious.
What did Greg get?
that would, instead of being 11 damage, be 22 damage.
Oh,
Resisted?
overkill. No, because it's
No.
a silver sword. It doesn't resist.
Well, depends on if it has the type of resistance, I guess. But
I mean, you can only target what you can see, right? So as long as you hold the flame skull in such a way that it cannot see you by facing it forward in front of you, all it can do is like fireball shit in front of you. It's a perfect plan.
yeah, just use the fishing rod.
Who
You don't have line of sight to things that are behind your head.
Who wants to be the one to hold the flame skull?
Are we actually keeping it?
Me. No.
Every time we walk into a room, we just point the flame skull at it.
So, does the dual wielding thing have to be in succession, or can I have him hit the other skull now? Because he has the movement to get there.
Pretty sure you can move it.
Yeah.
Multi-attack?
You can move and then
Yeah.
make your
So
yeah,
that's a bonus action.
attack and everything.
Yeah.
Okay. So I can go 1, 2, 3. So that's a total of 30.
Okay.
Then,
Do your thing. Yeah, that skull also loses its flame.
That's not flank. Damn it.
That's a hit.
Actually, damn. All right.
Unfortunately, because it's piercing,
Okay.
it
Yeah,
doesn't do much as Greg pokes its fiery bone brethren between the eye or in the eye, taking out a small chunk of it as he's pulling the sword out. Turn next.
Alright. Oh no, that was Shizuka's turn now. I already
Oh.
moved it.
Oh, shit, sorry.
Don't worry, it's not a very long turn. Oh, I was already moving, but okay. Can move her there. And then I'm just gonna use Chill Touch on it because it's
Okay.
not worth using a spell slot.
Yeah, sorry, Garbo. I was trying to move with the scroll wheel, and you ended up going my path right.
Oh, you're fine.
That's a hit.
And then we do that. Only 5. Probably less than 5. Okay, now it's yours, Silver.
Do it.
Ruin this man's career.
Trying to think of. Can I go on top of the hole? The hole's too big. I'd fall in.
It is a 20-foot hole, or 20 feet in diameter hole. No,
Okay,
10
well,
10
it's
feet in
gonna be
diameter.
about,
It
5
is a
feet
certain
at the
diameter
middle.
hole. Hold on.
Go on the
Shade,
other edge.
there's a
Sorry.
little lip that he could stand on.
It's a 10-foot hole. It is still a large hole.
But give the movement, you could probably still make it though.
I can flank with Daniel.
Do it.
I can flank. Daniel. Let me just see.
It's currently glowing smaller room.
Oh. Oh. That's
Oof.
ouch.
Boy.
That's it. That's yeah. You bap this thing and its flame goes out and its skull bounces off the
Falls
side,
down?
bounces off the side of the hole, and like a hole in one goes in. You hear a
Sir,
crashing at the bottom.
The fishing rod now immediately goes.
Shia's
I
gonna
Goes-
move outside of the ring of fire immediately after.
Into a burning ring of fire. It burns,
She's a
burns,
And
burns.
I have my sword in my
Ring of
other. I have
fire.
my trusty fish.
The Shield of Champions. Okay, so Globin says, Shizuka, I have some rope, and since you're the smallest person here, would you mind climbing down on it to see what's down there?
I'll pass on that. Besides, Greg is smaller than I am and probably weighs less.
Yes, and do you know how to speak bone?
Yes.
There's like at least 2 of them sitting up here. Confused what you're trying to get.
Passes the rope over
He wants
to
someone that can yell up
Sir
to us
Knight.
if they start to die.
Oh.
You know what? The hell with this. Passes the rope over to Sir Knight. Are you willing to hold this as I climb down?
Give me a moment. Let me.
All right,
You
I was
want me to
about to volunteer to do it, but I guess
Can't we just fish?
You can't see with a fishing rod.
I mean, the torch is still lit, isn't it?
I can
You want me to leave the torch down
I
there?
can
and you
see
go-
down there without the need of any external light source.
But the torch is down there.
Yeah, so we
Torch
can
is
see.
down
I
there.
can see down there with an external light source too.
Now he
I'm
can
not
see
blind
color
just
down
because
there.
there's a torch down there.
I don't care.
Yeah, you can see color down there now.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right. Shia will probably. Shia will also help hold the rope.
I'll put my fishing rod away as I hold the rope and my sword.
Am I
Obviously,
lighter than you?
Pushes your fishing rod back into his pocket.
pushes the fishing rod back in the tackle box that's back in my pocket.
How much do you weigh, Glorben?
What was like 250?
I open
300?
my helmet and shove the entire fishing rod.
And, and that's counting your
Okay,
equipment
You
too.
are
I'm checking.
125 plus
Oh, yeah.
the currently 130. No, about
270.
200. Yeah, about 270.
Oh, you weigh less than me then. I'm
What?
carrying almost as much stuff as I weigh.
Shia,
I'm carrying more than I weigh.
Shia
impressive.
weighs 175-ish, and then he only has about 30.
Well, we're more concerned with. I was volunteering to also go down the hole, And then which of us is easier to lower down?
Here, I will be right back. You
Actually,
guys
hold on.
decide this.
9 and 125 pounds, and 16 years old. I still
I'm
need to
6'2".
have my growth spurt.
I'm 6'2" and I weigh 160.
Every time I go into the screen, I see one of my bonds being mommy issues. It's so good. I love it so much.
And here I thought you had daddy issues. But I
Oh
guess
no,
you're right.
Daddy's the one that cursed me.
Which ones are greater? Mommy issues or daddy?
Eh, Daddy may be alright, but Mom threw me out of the house.
Look, Dad might have just made some changes to how I live my life, but my mother threw me.
All right, I'm back.
Now it's
This is
unforgivable.
merely cosmetic. She made it to where I can't come back.
Precisely. Also,
So who's
I
getting
lost
yeeted in the hole?
Corbin.
me and I guess John, if he's willing,
I'm
because
willing.
he said he might be.
I was willing to go down alone if I had to.
Fought fire skulls. Put in notes. Okay, so it's Sir Knight and Shia are both holding it. So we go. I have 50 feet. How far down is it actually?
He said it was only 20, didn't he?
The hole itself is about 20 feet.
But it's only 20 feet deep.
I heard earlier.
That's the hole itself. It
okay.
is entirely encompassed in stone or marble.
How far down is it?
Roughly 30.
Total of 30?
Yeah.
Okay.
I could still see stuff down there then.
Well, yeah, I was trying to look at the entire room.
You wouldn't be able to get a good view of the entire room.
Oh yeah, that's why I have the handful.
I'm not going to open the map for this because, oh Jesus, that's a whole new thing.
Oh, okay.
Real quick question: what are these things in the corner right here?
All those
Sconces.
things. There's a yeah, sconces.
What are they?
Constance.
Horse sconces.
Sconces for torches.
Yeah,
I don't
torch
know.
stones.
Oh,
Scones. Yeah.
Scone puppies.
so they want to be thick enough to tie a rope around them, or at least like without bending if someone tries to climb.
Couldn't say with confidence that you'd be able to. It doesn't look new.
By the way, did anyone close the door from when we came in?
No,
Because I closed.
I don't think we did.
We did not.
I'm gonna transfer one item out of bag B or one item out of bag B into my satchel, and
Gotcha.
then get to climbing down or get to being lowered down.
Starts climbing down.
I'm hoping
and you
that these
climb
three
down from the wrong
together is
side.
enough to hold me. Wow.
Fucking
I was
swan
climbing down.
ties a rope to his foot. It's fucking swan dives.
Bungee dives with 50 feet of rope on a 30-foot drop.
Don't drop me, please.
Don't drop
He
yourself.
takes out great sword, cuts the rope.
Fucking
Yeah,
John
say-
just John drops the camera's panning with him. He slams it to the ground. The camera keeps panning.
Takes 36 damage somehow from a 20-foot drop.
Okay.
So yeah, it's me, and I guess then it's John. So what do we see when we go down there?
I'll be back. I gotta run to the restroom.
Okay. Well,
Same.
who
Honestly.
is? Hmm.
Yeah. What?
You can go to the bathroom.
Oh no. What are you?
I will.
Something?
Fire and
I mean,
I'm pretty sure.
It's been an hour and a half. If you guys want to take a small break to do the bathroom or stuff.
It's been an hour and a half.
apparently.
Okay.
Hour and a half since I started recording. Yeah,
Wow.
doesn't feel like it.
I'm not used to you starting to record 10 minutes into a stream.
I
15.
was just gonna ask what Shade's question was gonna be.
That's yeah. Don't worry about it yet.
Oh, clear.
So we
I
can
have
take
15 pounds worth of daggers.
Oh my god.
He
Nothing
has
else?
3 daggers. Just pretty big.
Are they? They're only like what 1
Yeah.
pound each. Oh, okay.
John
Yeah,
has 15 daggers.
How many pounds of cigarettes?
Not enough. It's never enough.
How many? They're only like 0.01. So
in
2 pounds of cigarettes.
2 pounds of the
Welding tobacco?
25 pack, and then individually he has 16 cigarettes left in one of the 25 packs.
Oh my.
So he has 2 pounds and 16 hundredths of another of cigarettes.
What?
Well, I'm gonna find where I put my schedule and be right back.
And you have almost a pound of toothpicks.
Yep.
Sorry, what the fuck did I just hear?
I have a tenth of a pound of sand.
No, it makes sense.
Get not important out of here. God damn it.
Why does my backpack weigh the same as my crossbow? Are backpacks supposed to be 5 pounds in this edition? That feels like an error. Gotta be an error. Backpacks don't weigh 5 pounds unless they're like really good backpacks.
I guess they're. I gather they be just a relatively big leather bag, or something along the lines.
Silver roll initiative.
It wouldn't be light.
Roll what?
Oh, I was telling you to roll initiative and then realized that might screw up the trackers, so don't.
You don't really have to worry. You just finished your encounter.
Shade will rush towards the next one just to spike you.
Do what you want, man.
Quick, everyone roll initiative with him.
I have no qualms with
Okay,
you.
but shit, here's the thing.
What?
The difference between a bedroll, which is the equivalent of like a large like sleeping bag, if you've ever carried a sleeping bag that's rolled up, that's 7 pounds. Backpack is 5 pounds. You're gonna tell me that there's only 2 pounds of difference between an empty bag and a full size rolled out mat sleeping bag.
We don't know what the bags look like.
Should be 2 pounds. If it's empty, anyways. It really depends on what type of backpack you're using, I suppose. Because I guess
That's what I'm saying.
camping backpacks are a bit different, and adventure backpacks are also pretty different than just.
I own rucksacks and like military style satchels. They don't weigh 5 pounds on their own, and that's a bag that's taller than I am. I have to carry that like straddle across my body if I use it because it's too tall.
I guess they're just good quality backpacks. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you, man.
Fucking my backpack.
I just opened up the
almost as much as
PHP.
the ball bearings in it.
I just opened up the PHP. Check if
Yeah,
it's
no,
actually
that's
correct.
what I'm looking at,
Yeah.
and I'm
weird.
like, yeah, it's 5 pounds for some reason.
Start sending angry tweets at the guy that made D&D.
Yeah, let me go tweet at Jeremy Crawford to tell me that 5 pounds is ridiculous.
You know what I find great? You know what I find it great about like Pathfinder is you can get a masterwork backpack, which makes your carrying capacity act as if you're
Yeah, weighs 4 pounds. It's a backpack with all of the various straps and cinches to make it so you can carry everything and even out your body weight.
The thing about the
crap you carry.
masterwork backpack is it weighs a bit more, but it ups your strength score as if it's by 1. But the difference is it ups your strength score by basically giving you 3 more pounds to carry, and it takes up all but one of those in the difference of how much the backpack. So
That's because your character has a really shitty strength, Silver.
I've tested
For a
it
character
on,
for a character going from like for a character going from 18 to 19 or from like 16 to 17, they gain approximately 7 pounds of carrying, and it's even better in the event that you're willing to go over light encumbrance because you're already wearing heavier armor.
That's just an issue I've noticed with a lot of characters I've made. Most of them like are dex builds, but I don't dump strength too heavily. It's still the difference is still like 1 pound most of the time.
I think Pathfinder like assumes people put 14 in strength because you basically need 14 to be able to carry anything. I feel bad for small creatures and such because they're basically just cripples.
Small creatures need literally a magic item in order to carry anything, or a spell. Muleback cords, heavy lift belt, or ants haul.
All right, is everyone's back or no?
Snack?
Snack?
Snacky.
I guess not.
Okay. Well,
Long bathroom break. Wonder if he decided to grab something.
All right, I'm back.
There he is.
is that everyone?
Yes.
I think.
Okay.
Reaper here?
Raper?
Baba?
Hello?
Back.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, sure.
Should be one that.
So, did I miss anything while I was gone?
Yes.
Everything. Just
You
We
missed
killed
everything.
Strahd while you were gone.
fucking
We killed
Strahd.
Strahd. We're going home now.
Strahd
Oh, so I'm
dead.
dead?
Yes.
Vecna showed up, but then he fucked off.
Oh shit, I'm dead? Damn. Wow, you only killed Strahd? I didn't do any damage, which means I die. I hate you all.
It was revealed that Daniel was actually true Strahd. He's also
Wow.
dead.
Oh, cool.
A lot of shit happens, you know?
Hey,
Oh.
no skin off my back.
Oh, there's the fireball.
I can survive it, and then I can go stab you.
Shade, how long does my resistance last for?
It was around.
Oh, okay.
Okay,
What?
so we climb down.
Alright, so you climb down.
Gonna
I'm gonna
Dance
have...
yourself up for fireball.
Get in the hole.
I'm gonna have... Who's holding the rope? Front and center.
I am.
Front and center. Okay.
Both Chia and Sir Knight. Okay, never mind.
You
Sorry,
said
I was
front.
up front, though.
Technically, I am in front. I
Alright.
think Shy does have a bigger strength score.
I like that Daniel moved away from where I was trying to give him and Shizuka and Greg the rope. Daniel does
It's-
not want to help with that.
He has left it in the hands of Shizuka and Greg.
Oh
Nothing
god,
to-
you've chosen the two with the worst.
John
strength.
just looks up and realizes that Daniel has just decided to fuck off. He
Shia,
will remember this.
Sir Knight, do you
Like
think
it.
you've got Gorbin? I think John might need some help.
I
sure.
kind of feel like 2 people should be on everyone at the very least. In fact, 1 person should probably be brought down at a time. Seeing that it's probably safer.
Yeah, unless there's something down at the bottom.
I don't want a stone wall situation to happen.
Well, then maybe you
I
should be
would
the one
I would
coming
say
down instead.
that I would say that if we have 2 people at least on every rope, we should be fine. Although I'm not certain that I like the fact that that the 2 people on my rope consist of a child and a person with no musculature.
Or body.
Then he has a bottom.
Shizuka, can you
I
take
don't-
over?
Don't underestimate Greg. He has
Shizuka, can you take over for me?
Sure.
Oh yeah, it makes me feel so much better.
I'm sure.
No, go back over there. Glorbin's heavier.
Oh my god.
All right, I guess this is how we're doing.
okay.
Okay,
Greg,
and it's
what
because
the
I even
heck?
look in the correct direction.
Oh my god.
You should underestimate Greg in his 19.
I was gonna say, the thing you don't understand, Reaper, is Greg only rolls well when he shouldn't.
I want
Ah,
to
so
roll-
you're saying I'm gonna fucking die?
No, he has shit strength.
So I'm ready to have to roll out of the way, not to die.
Alright, so how are we doing this, Shade?
roll out of the way by rolling
well,
into
I want who's ever in the forefront to roll strength with advantage.
Strength, strength save.
I don't think I
Oh.
failed that at all, so you know.
I
You
think you're
got
good.
close.
I think you're good.
I'm waiting for Shia to roll 2-1.
Oh,
Jesus
I don't think we
Christ!
What the hell is up with all you people?
Look at all these 20s. I can't wait
Oh,
for the one.
You rolled a save.
We wasted 3 20s in a row.
He actually rolled a save, by the way.
Oh.
Save you idiot, but you still roll.
In arraignment. I was like, wait a minute, your strength is bullshit high.
I
okay.
didn't know you had a
So-
26.
So, John is just sort of trying to is just sort of being lowered down. He looks up, realizes it's only Shia holding it with one arm.
Like, Daniel's standing there supervising.
Yet?
Daniel's standing there, the rope with him is just sort of slack, like, the hell?
Oh, well, okay.
No, Shia's doing like the one arm push ups, and then his other arm is the
Okay, that'll be one with disadvantage.
That man is all muscle.
Why are we talking about Sparty?
Alright, so slowly you guys get lowered down this this large hole. Eventually you reach the torch at the bottom. This room has has walls of glazed amber, a floor of red marble, and a rough-hewn shaft. Well, the rough-hewn shaft that you just came through. Standing at each of the alcoves, there's a door behind you. There is 3 amber, what looks like sarcophagi that stand at them.
What markings can we see are
There's
on
no markings on them, but you see faint shadows within them, almost moving about.
Can I roll knowledge religion on that? To discern exactly what it means.
Sure,
it might
I want you specifically to roll with advantage.
Okay. I only have a +5, lame. That was not there, and I barely touched it. Why did you roll all the way over there? Wow.
Okay.
Rude.
Okay. You recall being told about the powers that are encased in amber within Barovia. They say that that they contain something that'll give you gifts. Of what nature you weren't told.
Are these ghosts?
Can I turn back
I think
into
they're
a
ghosts.
envoy?
Huh?
Can I turn back into my own old self? No, probably not. That would be too easy. Well, did they say the gifts were good or bad, or do I not know?
They said they were gifts.
Yeah, but
They
what's
said
the
they
connotation
they
behind
said
that?
they were gifts. They're animated.
They're poison.
Poison.
I
Oh, I can quote that.
we were all thinking different things.
Do you think we should destroy these ghosts?
No, we should probably have a conversation with them. Globin.
Hello, ghosts.
I'll be right back.
How's it going down there?
Just fine, and he's gonna walk over to the ghost. At
Found
least one
some
of those.
ghosts.
It's
They're not ghosts, you fool!
Ghosts, you say?
there are shadows
Yes.
within the.
Insubstantial, shadowy figures or something floating around inside of sarcophagi. That sounds like a ghost to me. Does it sound
So
like
I
a
go
ghost
to
to you?
open
He doesn't think they're
sarcophagi.
ghosts.
It is
Kapagriga?
to more accurately describe it. It's more like a block of amber in the shape.
Of an L on her
Uh,
forehead.
Yes, in the shape of a sarcophagus, but it doesn't seem to have any openable areas.
I talked to it.
Do you
What
still
was it? The shadows we saw floating around them? They were.
do?
Is there like a?
There is what looks like shadowy figures within it, almost like they're at a distance.
Oh yeah, Amber's kind of.
Shut your mouth, Vogrel.
I'm dumb.
Sounds like Kapagrigas to
Sure.
me.
Shut up, Funko.
Is it a Galarian?
Hmm?
Kapagrigas or the OG Kapagrigas?
I was
What?
thinking OG.
I'm gonna.
So I keep moving forward?
So there's 3 sarcophagi, one to the west, south, and east.
So you said there's ghosts down there?
I think so.
No!
Is it
They're
ghosts?
kind
or
of
are there-
insubstantial, but they're floating around inside of these amber coffin things. Amber prisons.
I will not relay the information, but attempt to dissuade away from that.
How do you wish to?
I'm trying to think precisely. So what they are technically phantasmal, but they're definitely not ghosts.
I mean,
They're spirits?
okay. So what you're saying is they're
They're
not the spirits of a dead person, but they're spiritual beings. The
Element.
distinction for most
Would that
people
be
is
the
not going to
correct
be that
distinction
important.
here? Would that be the correct assumption there, Shade? That they are spiritual beings, but not technically ghosts? Of course they're
Kinda.
magical!
He's
they
upstairs
dead?
still.
Jumps down the
spending 10
hole.
minutes to sarcasm.
Detect magic.
It takes
be
the
up there.
damage, it's not
Don't
unconscious.
worry, he's not holding it anyway.
I'm gonna walk over to one of
That's
them
40 feet!
and try to talk to it.
I already
Uh,
did!
You just try to
Hello?
stand in front of it.
Yeah, I stand in front of it and I say hello. If that doesn't work in common, I'll try celestial and then infernal.
Nothing seems to trigger it.
I poke the
We'll be
sarcophagus
playing,
With what?
Wait. Before you
with a
poke it,
finger.
With your finger?
Child's gonna yell in Draconic hello as well. Because he heard. He heard
Speak
John.
Draconic too.
what did you say the proper language
Alright.
was for that?
Go there.
Which one do you touch?
Is there any sort of difference between them?
No,
that I
it's
can
just
see?
where they are.
I was going there
Okay.
first. Okay.
Eeny, meeny, miny, the middle one.
Middle one's the south.
Reaper was giving it first, by the way.
Sure, I
Yeah.
can't see a map for this, so I'm just
Yeah,
gonna
no,
go with
the,
the middle one.
I was technically doing this first, but okay. If he wants to go.
Don't worry,
Uh,
that's how John dies.
as soon as you poke it, you feel your hand get drawn to it completely.
Oh no.
Um,
Pardon? It's trying to eat my arm.
John, pull away. Do I need to come down there?
Does Shy need to pull him up?
The
We'll be holding. Globin's currently holding his head.
shadow slow.
Supposedly, these
Hmm?
things aren't
Okay.
lethal.
Okay. The shadow slowly makes its way over to you as if it's almost as if there's like this inner world within it. It's as it comes up to you, it shows its true height to be about 6.5 feet. This humanoid figure, non-gendered. You can't tell really. I offer the dark gift of Srinella, the howling storm. I can grant you the power to create lightning.
Cool. I'm open to that. Hey, Glorbin, it's telling me it'll teach me how to use lightning. You should touch one too.
I was already planning on it before you walked in front of me.
John, is he still getting eaten?
Do I
No,
need
he's
to pull him
not.
up?
John?
Yes, pull him up.
John?
Okay.
No, I'm
Shy will
good.
pull him up.
John?
Yeah,
Can you real quick roll me a wisdom save?
Oh God.
sure thing. I'm good at those.
Are you
Yeah.
though?
That's okay. That's pretty alright.
I love how he says, I'm good at those. -1.
But I passed, didn't I?
You're good. You're good. You're good. You hear at the back of your head this whispering of your name, but you can't discern whose voice. Glorbin, which one do you plan on touching?
Mildly peeved, but going for the right one.
Going for the right one. So just give me a second. Okay. The easternmost one then. The shadow also approaches you. I offer
Is
the
it familiar?
gift. I offer the gift of Sikain, the soul hungerer. I will grant you the power to erase the recently deceased.
I can't say I'm fully interested in that.
Corbin,
It backs
what
up
is he
slightly.
offering you?
You don't hear that. It is. I should have specified it. It's just between the person touching it and the thing.
Shizuka! He will yell back if possible.
Oh.
John, did you plan to take the gift?
Yes, I agreed
Okay.
to take it.
You should come down here. This is probably for you.
Okay, what is it?
Gotcha.
And then I'll touch the one on the left.
Real quick, John. You suddenly feel like you lose feeling in half your face. The left side of your face.
I poke the left side of my face.
You find that it's sagging slightly. But but you feel in your hand that a surge of power as a
Hold on,
lightning as
Are you saying he can feel a surge of unlimited power?
as lightning crackles up your arm and between your fingers.
So when you say John's face droops, do you?
Glorben, am I smiling on both sides of my face? I'll smile at him.
He's not.
Paying very close attention to me right now. Yeah, I'm just John's like, I've witnessed a person die after half of their face got paralyzed. I don't know what that is, but it's bad.
It's called a stroke, John.
John, are you having a stroke?
Wait, does Sir Knight know what a stroke is?
It's not a stroke.
Sir Knight has doctor as one of his titles. You just haven't heard it.
He's dead.
Dead.
Yeah.
Okay, we gotta pull him up, Sir Knight.
I'm not
No,
dead.
no, that was a joke based upon his medicine roles there. You know that jokes.
Oh.
Hey, Silver. Just look at your name real quick.
I'm gonna try to aim at a wall
Look at your
and see
name
if I
real
can
quick.
make lightning shoot out of my hands at the wall.
Where?
At your character name.
Can I try aiming at a wall and firing lightning in my fingers?
Doctor, sir.
Yes, certainly. So, essentially, you've just been given the ability to use lightning bolt.
Good, Garbo. I was about to get that.
Awesome.
He's got wrinkles and everything.
Yeah, add that
Okay.
to my list of spell-like abilities.
Can you just add when you cast it? Just send the GIF.
Yeah.
Ultimate.
Ultimate.
Unlimited power.
Power.
Are these the artifacts I was told about, by the way?
These are the things you presume to be, yeah.
Okay, that's a... Well,
What
yeah.
is the
So
last state Glorben?
Okay, yeah, Glorman, you touch the
Left
you
one.
touch the western one. Once again, the shadow approaches you, and in your head, you hear, "For the dark gift of Vecra, Queen of Boxes, I will grant you the power to spread disease."
God fucking damn it!
This feels very ironic.
Oh,
A rat spreading disease around Burrow.
Was that a fucking joke, Shade? Please tell me what...
That's in the module.
God damn it!
And that's
Oh,
why
that's
it's
fucking
very
great.
funny for him because of the Reaper. But then we have this.
I can't tell which one Shizuka was supposed to have.
What
are you talking
about?
I don't know.
I think she'll gain 2 abilities that are basically the same thing if she takes
I was gonna say I'm not taking the disease one. That's gross.
gross.
That's gross.
I don't
Dude.
think that's gross in my standard.
Oh my god.
Yeah, so he does. He did yell up to Shizuka about the divine blessing of the one on the right that you could take.
Bringing
The-
people,
Only
the recently deceased, bring them back.
Yeah.
Because he might find it useful. At the very least. So I will, I guess, take this one.
You're going to take the...
disease.
Pestilence. Yes.
Oh boy.
This is going to be painful.
Alright.
But I do have resistance.
What
So next
ability
is
store does
my-
this spell-like ability key off of?
Doesn't specify in the module. Is it a... Let me just grab the spell real quick.
Yeah, what's a spell usually from for a class list?
Lightning bolt.
It's on both the wizard and the sorcerer spell list.
It'll be either in or
Each creature in the line must make it. Okay. I'm gonna say assume you're casting mod. You're casting mod.
Okay. Good.
I'm kidding. No, kill him.
So what happens?
Hmm?
Do I
Okay.
save to mutable?
You're taking the West sarcophagus one, the
Yes.
Queen of Boxes. All right. So, feel free to add contagion to your spells.
Oh fuck.
I don't know what that does, but okay.
Don't ever use it. That's what it does.
Oh no, I'll definitely use it at some point.
Oh, you don't want to use it. Well, actually, I don't know. I haven't. Is it as bad as it is in older?
Contagion.
editions? That's the
You touch
question.
your touch inflicts diseases. Fucking rat. It's poison. It poisons a target on touch.
With blind sickness, filth fever, flesh rot, mind fire, seizure, or slimy doom.
Okay.
At the
Corbin has the ability
Yeah,
You
that's
read it?
fine. It's not older contagion. Every edition up till now, contagion has spread to everyone you interact with.
How do
Like
we
if
add
you have
this?
physical contact with anyone, up to and including just making attack rolls against them or being struck by them in melee, you infect them. Contagion is a like planet killer.
Oh,
lovely.
good to know.
Good
A
old-
level
good
5
old-
spell would have been a planet killer.
Okay, so how do I put this into my spell list?
You can just drag it into your actions.
Does
Okay.
Shizuka go down for the other one?
All
But
right. So
I was planning to send Shizuka down. I just wasn't sure how we're doing that.
And
So-
nothing happened to me, so
yeah.
it's funny enough,
John, can you roll me a perception check?
someone disappeared.
Someone disappeared.
Yeah.
What?
I got
Yeah, I'm
So I'll go
probably gonna have to leave early.
wow, that was short.
is-
it was okay. When Do was on
That
the
is all right. So you smell filth, John,
The Rat Man.
and the source is
Look
from-
around for a bit. Try not to look directly at Glorbin.
It's probably
Since
me.
that would be
I
that
assume
would
like your
be-
face kind of shrinks to it.
That would be xenophobic.
that would be prejudice.
I'm just going to real quick add a note to your page. Say
Smelly rat.
smells like filth.
I was gonna say it's pretty ironic though that Glorbin has an ability that gives people advantage against poison condition, and now has an ability that gives people that condition or does damage.
It's
That's,
great.
uh,
He's not that.
It's great, man. I couldn't have expected you to take that, but all right.
Like I don't know what. I guess maybe I could have taken none of them, but who would
Corbin.
have taken a pestilence one
Or your
anyway?
Are you gonna add a note to me at all? Half
Uh,
of face is gone. Has
sorry.
melted
Turn into the
face.
Emperor?
Well, your face is just sagged, not
Do I have half an emperor face?
It's not that bad.
So you're saying it's close?
Oh god.
Whoops.
Great. I got a lot of stuff I gotta do tomorrow. So
Okay.
I'm gonna have to leave now.
Okay, have a great night, Snaky.
Yep. Goodbye, everyone.
Fuck. At the top of your notes page. Oh, at the top of your notes in your notes page. Just to
Oh, yeah,
keep
people
in
have notes.
mind. I can be your ankle.
What are those? Are those like Spyro Skylanders
Those-
figures.
By the way, that's Aaron.
What?
What?
Oh, from Game Grumps. Yeah,
Oh,
he
jeez.
had a fedora phase.
Ah,
I'm not certain that it's actually ended. I think he just forgot to wear the fedora after a while.
I see.
That kind of means it ends, but okay.
So,
Well, I
uh,
didn't expect to be filled with. You know what? I guess this is kind of ironic, don't you think? She
Yeah.
was like, and you're no longer a pretty boy, so I guess that applies as well.
Glorbin, you find your rat ears perking up as you hear a amused chuckle at the back of your head.
Is it a familiar?
It would be familiar.
It's Dad.
Can I roll a intellect check for memory here to discern if I remember exactly who it is?
You've heard this chuckle before.
Oh, discern exactly who,
It's him.
by name, who it might be.
It's him.
Oh,
Yeah.
Daddy?
no, it's not Daddy. Hey, everyone should probably come down here.
How?
It's almost like there's 2 floors in this place. Wow.
You know, that's fair. Wait, do I hear it from up top or down below?
What?
The individual. Oh no, that was just inside my head. Never mind.
It was at the back of your head.
I don't hear anyone. Do you, Glorbin? What do you hear?
Oh, it's nothing. Just an old friend deciding to come in for a wing inside my ears.
Oh, that happened to me too.
Oh, you're probably just insane. Okay, so Shizuka, you coming down here?
I was planning to. That is correct. So who's lowering me down?
First off, would you mind bringing me back up?
Oh,
Are you coming back up before Shizuka? You don't want.
Yeah, I'll be the one that helps Shizuka go down as well. So, going by rotation. It seemed to make sense in my head.
Just say lower Shizuka down, so at least you guys are there, and then when you're done, you'll all come.
Oh no, I'll wait down here until Shizuka gets her gift or whatever, and then we'll both head back up together. I'm still down the hole.
You think Strahd's my dad?
It'd be awful funny.
Strahd's a god?
oh my god! I just thought of something stupid. I might try it.
Strahd the god with a nice bod. It's the hottie. It's the hottie. Strahdy.
Okay, then I guess I'll sit at the bottom of the rope and making sure if Shizuka falls, I can just what's it called? Catch her.
So, I mean, speaking realistically, I'm the least likely to fall, but at the same time, knowing D&D, they'll most likely drop me.
It's the haughty, straughty, gaudy pillow.
The hottie Strahdy gaudy body pillow.
Brought to you by Walmart. It smells like rat.
Yeah, and guess what the rat smells like? Fucking filth.
Alright.
I don't know, the rat smells like pillow.
Okay, now you coming down or not? He yells out.
I don't know why that got me. I really don't. I had music
It's
on.
getting late, don't worry.
Get your
Humor.
ass down the rope, Shizuka.
What's the plan? I just wanted to make sure. All right,
Do you
well,
want to drop down and I catch you instead of taking the rope?
Doesn't matter to me.
Shizuka's in the
That's
hole
all.
now.
She's cut
bad.
down the rope. You just want me to catch you? She's cut. Just shrugs her shoulders. Let's go.
I don't fucking know.
Did you just jump into the hole?
I was planning to
No.
go down with the rope. It's just you started hassling me, and I'm sitting there trying to figure out the plan still. So I'm like, yeah, okay. I figured you guys worked it out.
Hey, John.
Yeah?
Can you roll me another wisdom save?
Oh no.
You are
don't know
rolling
anything
really
about
well on these.
Oh, wow.
All right.
Oh my god, he not 20.
For
Does
fuck,
he need to make 3?
Give him the gold.
once again, you hear your name being whispered in the back of your head. This time almost weaker.
Corbin,
Nice.
did you just get whispered again?
Did I? I don't know
No.
who you were speaking to.
Just John.
I said Corbin. That voice
Oh.
came back again, even fainter this time. I don't recognize it
What does it sound
precisely.
like?
It was very whispered. Basically masking if it was even a male or a female voice.
Looks suspiciously.
Do
around.
I get an air of arrogance and or like I don't like this voice? Does this feel like
It-
the voice of my patron, but I don't recognize it?
It doesn't feel like the voice of your patron, it feels like something else. And it
Okay.
feels almost sinister. What did you change your pitch to? Joe Terrell. That's what he did. Okay. A friend of mine has really gotten into JoJo.
Oh my.
It feels like a certain power that was given to you is now trying to control.
Yeah, man.
What's new?
I should stop agreeing to people offering to give me gifts.
Offer to give dark powers.
I did not know how to spell sarcophagus.
Listen, how was I to know that dark power meant it came with drawbacks? That could have just meant that it only works while I'm in the dark.
It never
I
said
knew it.
drawbacks or a price, so I just took it.
It was a gift. You don't pay for gifts.
You don't?
No, not if you're receiving them.
Oh, that's good to know. Are you actually having a conversation in character or out character here?
Oh, that's
Well, it started out of character, but then it got in character. I think. I don't know.
I didn't do anything.
Yeah, I was out of character. I thought Reaper. I thought you were just asking me in character, as if Glorban
Yeah.
didn't know how gifts worked.
She's goes, I assume you've been lowered down.
All right.
You would see that John has a sagged face now.
Yeah, it happens.
And there's something really fucking smelly.
Well,
It's
that's
me.
what happens when you get old.
Yeah, okay, so what
You-
happened down here?
Oh, I got the power to cause disease, and I'm guessing something happened with John that gave him a magical power of some sort.
Uh-huh.
I
and-
can shoot lightning out of my hands now.
Okay, and how does that explain your face?
What do you mean? What's wrong with my
you
face?
take some
I feel
good
my
with
face
that.
again. What the hell?
Oh,
I
you
up
look a
till
bit
now I
grumpy.
just poked it, and I was like, huh, weird. I then realized my hands were crackling, and I got a little distracted. Now I'm full on like putting my hand to my face, and I'm like, what the hell?
Well, you do know you got that from a dark power, right? You do know they sometimes come with drawbacks, but you're unlikely to be damaged in most other ways.
That it was a gift.
It is.
Gifts don't come with a
always-
price.
Have you ever dated anyone?
I'm confused as to why you're asking me about if I've ever dated anyone. It didn't feel like you were the type of person to have been on
That's
many dates.
You know, I did look like a nice person before I got this rat head boy.
I don't think you look like a bad person now. I'm just saying I feel like maybe you're a little inexperienced as far as romance goes.
I'm appalled by this.
You're probably also going to have more difficulties with romance in the future since you stink.
That can be fixed. Probably.
If your stink can be fixed, my face can be fixed. So I'm none too worried since you seem to be confident that you'll fix your smell eventually. Anyway, Shizuka, it's this one over here.
I don't know. Like, did you guys just like poke it? I guess.
Yes, you grabbed it. You just
Okay.
touch it, and then a password force comes into your head.
I poked it. He just laid his hand right on it.
I'm
But
gonna-
my hand got stuck to it anyway, so.
I'm poking it, Shade. What happens?
Poking it?
I'm poking it.
I expect you to say nothing happened.
Nothing happened.
Okay.
I'm assuming it gives me the same thing it told Glorbin, right?
Well, she's as you touch the shadow, yes, it approaches you, but it starts making this hissing sound that only you hear.
Okay.
Then
I mean, I'm just gonna assume this is normal and roll with it.
How's it going, Shizuka?
I'm not sure. Anything else? I don't know how this works.
Did it offer you to?
Then the bomb
Has it
goes
offered you the opportunity to raise the dead yet?
Jean, mid-speech, you freeze.
Oh,
Glorbin, you as well.
But I didn't talk.
This shadow disperses. And in the amber, you see the visage of this man.
Stop.
I don't see anything, but okay.
What do you mean?
Are you sharing an image or
No. No.
Okay.
It's
Yeah,
just-
it sounded like you were sharing something, yeah.
Sorry, I don't have an image of this guy.
This man.
This
Seems
man, this man, this man, this man, this man. Mental
That's
image.
me with my sword.
He appears to be a relatively handsome man. Not too old, maybe mid-20s. In attire almost similar to John's.
Okay.
Shizuka Narimaki.
Hello?
This amber sarcophagus would offer you the ability to raise the recently deceased.
Okay.
But is that truly what you want?
I mean, what are my other options here? Because I mean, I'd gladly accept something else.
What type of shipping can I get with this plan?
I would prefer Express, but not Express.
Is this has to be a subscription? Am I doing prepaid orders? What is it?
That's all I hear.
Earlier, everyone going like, "Oh, I got gift, but it doesn't have any drawbacks." In my mind, I'm just thinking like, they got me a nice scooter, but really all I wanted was a gift.
You could accept this gift. But it does have its drawbacks, as you saw with your friends.
Okay.
Alternatively, you could find me again in a different chamber. Find the amber ball. Amber vault.
Ember Vault is what you said?
Yes.
Already mapped there. I heard ball at first, so making sure.
Sorry, I misspoke.
I heard
Ball made balls.
I will speak to you again there and give you my proper offer.
Okay. Quick question: is there anything stopping me from getting both?
I wouldn't recommend it.
Okay. Is there anything stopping Greg from getting one?
Oh. Your skeleton friend. His specific makeup doesn't allow for such a gift to be given.
Let's see.
I will leave it at that.
Okay.
Until we meet again. Shizuka.
Yes. Until then, you.
On the next session of Strahd.
Yes. I'm still
John-
sitting here.
John and Glorben.
Music.
Hmm?
Very cheesy soap opera music plays at the end of.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to go for.
These are the days of our lives.
The days of our Strahd.
I'm thinking of like the very old, the Spanish telenovelas.
I'll be
Just
honest,
a-
I'm kind of disappointed. I was hoping Greg could raise the dead, ironically.
You can't speak, you son of a bitch.
John and Glorben, you heard all of this. It didn't sound like it was reverberating in the room like any other voice would. It also sounded like it was in your head.
I
So
assume.
all we heard was John stop talking all of a sudden, right? That's all we heard
Right.
up here.
No, you
So,
you heard John. You heard John continue. You heard John stop talking or whatever he would have said after.
John didn't say anything after because he loses his train of thought.
Yeah,
No, all that Shade said.
John stops talking, but you just find he suddenly stopped talking. It's just been a second.
He cut off in the middle of
Yeah.
talking is what I'm asking.
Yes.
John, is everything okay down there?
Probably.
think so.
Yeah.
Stop talking in the middle of your sentence. I was making sure nothing happened.
No, in quote, you stopped talking, I was worried.
We were being taught to by somebody else.
Oh, I figured out how to apply effects.
Okay.
That has nothing to do with this!
Congratulations! Congratulations!
I was just tabbing through menus and saw it, and I'm like, huh. Now I'm blinded by myself.
I'll remove the effect from you.
How do you do that?
There's a menu up top that says like a plus. No, it's one of the menus up top. It's the one with like the person. If you click on that, you can just drag them onto the token.
You found that, Garbo?
Yeah, I just found that. I didn't know we had that.
Do that.
Thanks
20
for paying the fucking attention, you jackass.
We're talking what? 27 sessions in.
I don't know how, but
Congratulations.
I didn't even know that was a thing that players could do.
Reaper, you make sense. That's the
We
first time
had
I'm going to say that.
We had this discussion a couple weeks ago where no one knew how to apply effects to each other, and now it makes sense.
Indeed.
You still haven't explained where I can find this. Is it which? What are we looking for?
Those little buttons, like when you find the combat tracker, it's a little person,
It's a personal one in the middle.
single
bottom.
person.
Oh, okay. I see.
There's also a calendar, which we should have been using.
There
Nah.
is a calendar.
It-
We haven't really needed to use it.
Because nothing's happened.
It has a time thing though, which is what we should have been using it for.
That is what I've
Well, I
been using
mean,
to
but
keep
it's
track of time.
actually
I may not have pushed it up, so it's probably been say half an hour.
All right.
Shizuka, it seems that you've had all manners of fun.
Apparently.
I didn't hear anyone talking. There was someone talking down there.
No.
John
not
said there was.
Is that normal here?
Probably? Yeah, he like kind of like furrows his brow, suspiciously thinking, maybe?
Are you
I
trying
mean,
to keep
I've
this
never
quiet?
had that happen before, but zombie, you there?
Are you are you,
I don't think that should be normal, but it seems like it happens a lot in this world.
So now I need to find some deodorant.
There we go.
all right? So what are you guys doing?
Okay, pull us back up, crew.
Yeah, I guess we're going back up then.
Pulling him back.
I assume I smell a little bit, but I guess two of you don't care.
You smell?
I mean, it's distinctly noticeable.
Greg is actually pinching, like,
Oh well.
call the thing on his
Pinching
face.
his blood.
Trey just stuck a finger up his nose hole, trying to plug it up.
Tries to plug nose, realizes can't, freaks out.
Why did you contract down there?
Contagion.
What?
I'm not gonna finish that sentence.
I don't know. I'm going to disguise self,
Okay.
using the hex or that invocation that I have.
Okay.
Oh, by the way, it looks as
To
though
hide?
John is gonna try to hide himself. His face is sagging on the right side.
No, they already saw it.
Oh, okay. I didn't think they saw
I'm
it.
using. They did see it. That's why I responded to. That's why I responded to Daniel, who had asked about it.
He asked.
I'm now
him to
using
hide?
disguise self to hide my face so that it looks normal again.
My bad. And I see he did so.
You also didn't listen when I responded to him and said, "Yeah, it's weird. I
Oh.
don't know why it's there."
Okay. It's probably just the curse effect. If we find somebody that can get rid of curses, we might be able to get rid of both our power that we got and whatever extra effect that transpired with it. I assume.
Oh, right. I forgot we had another holy man than the paladin.
Hi, how's it going?
Oh, right.
Howdy, how's it going?
Oh yeah, I can remove curses too.
Oh, I was
By
gonna
the
say,
way, I'm gonna
items,
pull
see
out
what
my holy symbol. And alright, now they technically didn't actually say what gave them powers or that they got powers, so never mind.
I mean, Gorbin said he wants uncursed, so
Alright.
No, like something that as we're being picked up from the ground floor just says aloud to John, since he clearly doesn't like the look of his face, even though he hasn't seen it.
John, can you roll me one more wisdom save?
Here it is. John's gonna become the emperor.
God damn it!
Ah, fuck you!
The last one failed.
Go order execute 66. I see.
Once again, you hear.
Was it the thought that the order was Order 69 again? Is that Reaper?
No.
That
That
was
was
me that said it incorrectly.
Execute
Which is-
order 66.
That was Reaper who then looked that up and then said something about it.
No, I looked it up. Somebody else said that,
No,
like, execute Order
looked it-
69, and then I looked it up and said, "Oh wow, that's almost exactly what I expected. It's a porn thing."
No, I
Not
was
surprising.
there.
All right.
But
Yeah, so, John, you hear the whispering in the back of your head, but this time you feel this chill, unusual chill in the back of your spine. And something is almost drawing you back to the main chamber.
Did he fail? Interesting.
No.
My back is suddenly very cold, and I get the urge to go back to this main area here.
All right, let's
Look,
remove
Sounds
Just
like
inform
Jade
you, I
wants to
don't.
his
I'm just saying. I don't know why it's there. Also,
Anyway.
I heard a voice. Did out of character? I heard a voice. What did it say?
Once again, your name.
Okay.
It seems to be calling to you.
It sounds like a child. They keep saying Papa John.
So I'm just gonna head in there because I keep getting harassed by
Hold on.
weird shit, and it's just easier to go along with it than to.
Okay.
Debatable.
I'm going behind John.
I'm gonna be following suit.
Alright.
Actually,
I assume I have a negative in some way or
I'm
form.
here. What the hell do you want? Whoever's whispering in my ear.
John, as you
Oh, you will be. Sorry.
as you
Yeah, just
stare
teleport.
I was gonna yell something as he did that as well.
All right.
Are you finally here, you
Stop that.
Hold on.
bastard?
I'm here. Where's
Hold
my
on,
goddamn
hold on.
money, Strahd?
Hold on.
Yeah, I'm
just-
getting my stuff ready while they're moving.
Stop
Yeah.
moving.
Yeah. So, just Strahd just sort of grapples down like Batman and takes you up. No.
How's it going, buddy?
Yeah, John, as you stare out into the main chamber, which eventually fades into darkness. You try to search around for the source of the voice, though you don't. Though you know it's in the back of your head, it still feels like it's coming from out here. Suddenly, the howling winds of the mouth of the temple's entrance die down as all ambient sound ceases.
John, maybe you shouldn't just listen to voices in your head.
This is just for John.
You know, he was like,
Damn
yelling.
it.
And in its place, John Smoke. You hear from behind you. Turning, you find the man you met in Kresk, strolling towards you down the stairs, as if materializing out of nowhere. Oh, who did we lose?
Who that?
That was Garbo.
Garbo. His internet died.
Oh yeah, it is 11:50. Makes sense.
Indeed.
I guess we should wait for him.
The moment you try to say something once again, you find your voice is, well, it's just gone. And your whole body freezes in
Okay.
place, staring at this man. It has been a while, hasn't it? Or not?
A day and a half.
2
days.
Is that out of character?
I mean, am I able to talk now?
No.
Okay, then that's out of character. John's just like, it's been a while. It's been like a day and a half, man.
Everyone else is also frozen again.
Oh,
Has it been days, perhaps? Hours? I have a tendency to lose track, you see. Such is the way of this endless cycle, I suppose. He gestures as he speaks, just as he did back in Kresk. Now, I have been informed that my gift to you was, though in slight reluctance, received. I assume everything arrived as promised then. Indeed. He smiles at you as he begins to move around, weaving in between the members of the party before stopping at Glorban. Quite the unusual way for a friend to return to you, would you say? The zombified remains of a child must be disturbing, even compared to other sights to be beheld here. A cruel joke from those with poor taste in humor, stacked on top of a messenger who can, by all rights, be a little blunt, if not somewhat awkward in her approach to conversation. I apologize for any unbecoming behavior on the part of Miss Kalien Noralea. I had to call upon her since my only other agent, he glances to Glorman, is otherwise preoccupied. He starts moving down the stairs, this time past you. She does mean well, regardless of her current position as one of Strahd von Zarevich's lieutenants. She understands, and I agree with the decisions of those responsible, that her placement is a vital component to ending, well, that I can't tell you yet. What I can, however, is that Killian did indeed keep her word. Miss Lavia Galita Edelgard is currently on her way to the city of Neverwinter. I'm sure you're familiar. Where a mage of great renown is willing to see her and assist in her ailments. I offer no doubts that her recovery will be swift, and she will be sent on her way to a future unknown. As for those still in the mists, he stops for a moment, taking a look at the frozen party, smiling almost vehemently, before focusing back on you. Your journey in these lands has been delightfully entertaining, and I'm glad that it's taken this long as to require my intrusion, if you will. There is much weighing on this repetition of the cycle where the load on the shoulders of all the story's characters, both old and new, is a heavy one. It's been a long road of recasting, rinse and repeat, and slight modifications of certain events, but I do believe that all the pieces are falling into place this time. And perhaps soon the third act may begin. Much sooner than most previous continuities, might I add. I am impressed. He approaches, standing with his hands held together behind his back. You've come to this temple of your own free will, John, so the result of your actions are entirely yours to, let's say, relish in. The Amber Temple, this dangerous place that stood here longer than Castle Ravenloft, has been and is home to many creatures of vile nature. I'm sure you've already run into a few of them. Someone even claimed that this temple is the very place where Strahd von Zarevich first gained his great power. It makes you wonder what else lies within, doesn't it? Although I suppose you would already have a good idea of that. Yes, you have quite the trial ahead of yourselves, perhaps even your most challenging yet. I have confidence that at least most of you will make it through with your lives, not that suitable replacements for several members are very difficult to come by. While there is little I can do under obligation enforced by my current employers, I am rooting for your success in your coming battles. I've mentioned the vested interest that several parties have in you and your group, and this may well be your opportunity to prove your true value, entirely dependent on your actions, John. Unfortunately, it takes a great deal more work to catch the eye of a particular, patrons. Elaboration on such matters, you must understand, are of a needs-to-know basis until further notice. got a lot of talking to do, man.
Monologue more.
Monologuing.
Eh, it's quite nice. Also, damn it, Strahd. Not Strahd, shit.
What do you mean? Now, there is a matter for us to discuss that holds of vital importance to your continued success in the mists of Barovia. With such harrowing and quite likely fatal events to come within these stone walls, you may agree with me that your particular reward may not be of a suitable value for your efforts. He pulls his hand from his back, raising his right, which now has what looks to be a black playing card held in it. Raising it a few inches from his face, he shows you its back. Fucking... What's that? This card tells of history. Knowledge of the ancient will help you better understand your enemy. He flips the card through his fingers, revealing its face. One of which you do recall, seeing back at the Vistani camp when you were given the reading. What you seek lies in a pile of treasure, beyond a set of amber doors. He smiles again before tossing the card behind him, it fizzling into ash and blowing away before landing. Those were the words of the Vistani you met several days ago. She was giving you a fortune. A reading from her Toroka deck. I know you've had trouble believing anything she said, as the impression she gave off may have been less than trustworthy. I assure you, though, that I may be of the same opinion in your mind, that everything she told you is correct. There is much to be said about the madam, but I shall save that for another day. Throughout this, you're finding that whenever he moves, your eyes are instinctually following him.
Okay.
You likely figured out by word association that this, let's put it, artifact is here within this temple. This item is known as the Tome of Strahd, what you might call a diary. A story of a man's fall from grace, and one that provides insight somewhat into his weaknesses. Quite a dull tale, if I'm to be honest. You could argue that any information could be of pivotal value, but last I checked, the writings of a madman rarely, if ever, is effective on those risen from the grave. Past iterations have used it in a sense of embarrassment for the vampire. His darkest secrets come to light. Or as close to light as possible in these dreary lands. Sorry, a joke. He backs up away from you, your eyes still following him. Until he's about 5 feet away. He's almost at the bottom of the stairs at this point. Before I continue, John, I believe we should take this conversation to somewhere a little more comfortable and away from. He glances back to Glorben, who, unlike everyone else, you realize, looks entirely aware of the situation. Prying eyes. Yeah, so Glorben, you've heard everything up until this point. You're the only one that's heard everything up until this point.
Perfect.
So wait, none of us heard that?
I was already going to confront him afterwards about his relationship with this guy, but now I'm really going to confront him afterwards.
Oh no, I understand exactly what's happening, and I fucking hate this guy.
Does Glorben know this guy?
Does this guy work?
Does Glorben know this guy? All right.
The guy heavily implied that Glorben works for him.
I
At
can
least that's what John got out of the
let's say
agent.
All right.
My
John-
other agents are indisposed. Stares at Glorben directly.
John, You begin to see as the man stands in front of you, your surroundings, they turn to ash. The stormy sky, oh no, well, this was, never mind. The stone walls, the party, each one by one, all end up fading away in this, I want to say, Infinity War style.
Oh,
Oh my
good.
god, I just got Thanos stabbed.
Thanos snapped.
Did he actually?
Nah, he just used the space stone to teleport me away. It just looked like a full-on Thanos.
Being
No. We're all dead except for you.
Yep. And you find yourself in this endless black void. Only the man is there with you. He now on a level plane, actually, still letting off this almost sadistic smile. You hear nothing. You feel nothing. You smell nothing. Then the world fades into existence again. Yet it isn't the same place you were. You would actually recognize it, this warm, candlelit tavern, as the Flag and Dragon. If you, as a player, aren't aware, it's or
Yeah.
for anyone else that isn't aware, it's a tavern in Waterdeep.
We'll have the map for that, I think. If we were there.
No.
No. Okay,
No.
then.
Way too far away from
This
existence.
I know he has
is
some type of water thing.
this is entirely theater of the mind right now. Or it's somewhere that seems to resemble it, at least. You find yourself sitting at a table near a corner of the establishment where the rest is filled to the brim with faces of all varieties. Most of them are people that you don't really recognize. However, scattered amongst the crowd, you see a particular Goliath you last saw disappear in the mist not too long ago, as well as a young halfling girl, and a human in a robe with a distinctly decrepit woman with him.
I don't know that guy.
They seem to be biding their time. They're, the Goliath, who, yes, is Snickle, is just sort of drinking away. Vara's near him, and
Out of
doing
character
her
for
own
a second. Do I see a man smoking a cigarette with a head wound in a black leather jacket?
Is Edgar there?
Oh, Edgar's there.
No. I just don't recognize Edgar.
Yeah.
John's never met him.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
I'm just asking if this is the tavern of all of my backup characters.
Has this guy just
Out
been
of character?
collecting people?
Yes.
This guy has just been collecting people, hasn't he?
He's just been collecting zombie clones. The tavern's just occupied by 80% zombie characters.
I need to make sure my card collection is complete.
Yeah,
My
so
card collection needs to be complete, guys.
sitting across from you is the man. This should be quite suitable, don't you think? He lays his arms on the table in front of him. Now, before we get down to business, I'm sure you have your own questions. If you wish to ask anything, then I would do so now. You feel the rest of your senses come back to you, beyond your sight, your body becoming looser.
Are the others still safe?
Oh,
Nothing's moving around there, attacking them while they're frozen like that.
oh, well. They are quite safe. In fact, this is happening in time between time, let's just say. Or if you want to have a more simple way of saying it, it's all happening in your head.
Oh, that's good to hear.
Hmm.
It's straight to be. It's straight that you would say it's all in my head.
Well,
I
that's the most simple way of explaining it.
So, Glorbin, he is one of your agents? Or one of your playthings? How do you view us? Entertainment only, or
No,
people doing something you desire done?
Glorbin is... well, quite simply, I made a contract with him for somebody else. That's what I do. I am a contractor, or, if you would prefer, the contractor. That's what you may call me.
I'm sorry, John. It's what I do.
Can you pass me that 2x4?
Just an idle question, but if I were to attempt to punch you in the face, would I actually connect, or are you not actually here?
Well, I don't wish to divulge into anything, but quite simply, just as with the, what was it, bar of soap, it simply would not work, as I technically do not exist within the plane, well, the domain of Barovia. Or,
Well, it doesn't look to me like we're in Barovia right now.
oh, your body is very much still there. This is simply...
Well, if it's in my mind, then is my mind truly in Barovia, or is only my brain?
This is more...
The human soul occupies the astral plane too. This is the perfect chance. No.
Well, this place is, of course, yes, just within a space in your mind. It's built up of your past experiences, as well as to work as a basic showing of, well, a container, as it would be. These people you see around here, they are people who either have been in or, well, have yet to be within the mists. I believe this is a tavern in the city of Waterdeep, is it not? I've never been here myself.
Well, it's not. It's in my mind, after all. It's just an illusion.
Indeed.
But it does resemble the place. I don't feel that any question I asked is actually going to get an answer that I actually desire to hear. So, go ahead. Tell me what you can't tell me in front of Glorbin. And
Well,
get this over with so I can go back and get back to trying to help the others.
as I've mentioned, the treasure, the Tome of Strahd, is of little value to you. Quite simply, I could tell you the contents of it now, and you would pretty well understand it. The other treasures are not in very desirable places, I will admit, but that, well, can change. You see, fate is
Are you
not
offering
so...
to stack the deck in my favor and move around some of the items that we pursue?
As it were. But of course, changing fate isn't quite a simple task. And such things would require a certain repayment.
The locations that they're currently in, they are dangerous then? put the
Well-
others in more danger. You could move them to safer locations, easier to get to.
Some of them, the object in here, I still believe should. Well, the location in here should stay the same, but the others are pretty well simple to have relocated. Well, the sword is within Castle Ravenloft, of course. Quite late in the game, if you would say, to achieve such an item. John, I am giving you simply 2 options of simple, well, repayment. The first is you make a contract with me, or through me, rather. And this is entirely to your benefit, I will say.
It's also to your benefit, is what it sounds like.
Oh, well, that's quite the complicated matter. John, what I am offering is a way out.
So my 2 options are a way out or make a deal with you.
Oh, no. No, that's
No.
the first option. Simple. Your... well, binding of souls to Asmodeus, as it were. That's what truly brought you to this place, to this cycle.
Well, so it's an out from hell.
Indeed. What I can offer you is, well, a means of reclaiming your soul in exchange for a limited time of servitude to an alternate patron.
So that's option 1.
Indeed. This, and the power this patron can grant you is... not to sound cliche, but you could even rescue those who cannot be saved. Perhaps a loved one.
And what's
Or an
option
old
2?
friend. Well, option 2 is much less desirable, I must say, but it is suitable recompense. He reaches behind himself again, and he pulls out this different deck of cards.
Oh God, no!
Oh no, they have our dual monsters cards, guys.
I summon
do
Blue Eyes
this.
White Dragon in attack mode. No. Do you know what this is, John?
A deck of cards.
Not quite. Well, they hold a lot more power, and they are not very common artifacts within the realms. This is what you might call a deck of many things. These cards have the ability to simply change fate. Or, well, to either your benefit or detriment. Some are up to interpretation, of course.
So my choices are make a deal with you that you say is going to save me from the things that have plagued me.
Indeed.
That you say will help me to be able to save the people that some of the people that I've lost. And the other one is a deck of cards that you tell me is able to change fate, but could do so for good or ill.
Indeed. Now, of course, the deck of cards, it has many things that it can do, of many different extents. It could give you wishes, or it could make you the enemy of a demonic entity. It's really a variety. Now, to note about this pact with another patron, it would overwrite your current abilities. If that would be too much of an inconvenience to you, I may be able to understand that some sense.
You did too good of a job playing up your contract as a good deal for me.
Of
It's
course.
all about confidence.
Of
when
course.
it comes to conning someone.
I'm not trying to con you. I am not a liar.
You don't have to lie to deceive someone. I'll take the deck.
God damn it, zombie! What's wrong with you?
Just as
You're
I typed that.
useless. I expected it.
Quite,
God damn it.
quite disappointing. Well, as a consequence, of course, these... Well, actually, I should explain first. You might gather that you just draw 3 cards from it. Or, well, up to 3, I should say. Up to how many things you wish changed.
Am I only allowed to select a number of cards one time? Or what? Shade.
Oh.
Shade, go away.
Hi.
Is he saying I have to pick the number of cards and that's how many I get, or is it?
You choose how many of the fortunes you want changed.
4.
For a card each.
Oh. There were how many different? There were
3 that he's willing to change. This would be
then
artifact
3.
locations.
Now you said the sword was in a bad location.
Indeed. I may be
What
obligated.
would be the other ones that are in the worst locations?
Well, of course, the Tome of Strahd is in one of the most dangerous locations within the valley.
We're not moving that one though. I understand that.
Well, I said location, not treasure itself. I'm willing to move the sword here, as it may serve as a more valuable item. The book, there is, well, a vampire hunter known as Rudolf von Richten. He presides in a tower on a regular basis. Though many times staying in Kresk, he could stumble upon the book and be keeping it there. While the symbol, well, Valaki is quite an interesting place. The inn is quite covered in, well, very much straw, there might be something, such as a great holy symbol that, well, may be presiding there. Locations you've already been or been around.
And the others, they'd be, they would be aware of the new locations.
You could simply make them aware if you wish. Or you could leave this entirely to obscurity. It's entirely up to you.
No, I want them to be aware of it.
Then you may tell them yourself. Unfortunately, I cannot affect several people in your party.
But you can affect Glorbin.
Indeed.
You offered me a chance to change fates with these cards as well. If I change fate to something worse, I want to make sure that the others are aware of where to go.
Well, these cards are of your own specific fate, not one's tailored to Barovia. And I will say, because of the nature of the power granting you this, well, I say granting, but there's no guarantee. The effects will not come into play automatically. I would expect it at the worst possible time. But that's just me.
Anyway, go ahead and, yes, place the sword in the Amber Temple and the book in a tower and the holy symbol in at the inn.
Very well. This is your last chance to pull back from the cards. Alternatively, you could change nothing, but that would be less desirable. I must say that my employers are having a certain insistence.
I'm fine with the choice that I've made.
Very well. He reaches over the table and places the deck in front of you. Make your pick.
I shuffle the deck and deal the top 3 cards face up in front of myself in order.
Very well. Let's see. So, the first card you get. Sorry, God damn it.
We pulled the same 3 cards. That's what happened, zombie.
Mm-hmm.
We did it.
Send the cards to your graveyard.
Yeah, monster card.
As
Draw.
it turns out, Shade never reshuffled the deck. It's all the same.
Lose life points. Draw. Monster Cardo. Lose life points. Draw. Monster Cardo. Draw. He's had enough.
The first card that has the visage of a skull.
Oh fuck.
Huh. Well, that one will be quite fun. The second. Do I have? Oh, I do have images of them. Neat. Where are you?
If you want, I'll take pictures of them and then
Nah,
send them in this chat.
Here, let me just grab skull. There you are.
Skull.
Skull.
Oh, My goodness, that seems terrible.
He's got a headband.
Indeed. And the second is, let me just, where are you? Oh, you just don't have an image. All right, that's fine.
Skull.
All right. So the second one has the visage of a flaming devil.
Skull.
Well, that's not terribly surprising knowing you. And the third
Am I allowed to know what these do from you before heading back?
in vague detail.
In vague detail. Fantastic. I would have expected nothing more.
The third is what looks like a endless void. As you peer at these cards, they suddenly disappear, and the man takes the deck back. So simply,
Oh my god, he grabbed the three words.
the card of the skull will require you to fight a battle between a certain avatar. And only you can participate, otherwise more of its kind will be brought to life.
Oh, fantastic.
The second, which is flames, well, if and when you get back to where you belong, you may find a specific devil may have it out for you.
Fantastic.
And finally, the void. It's difficult to say with this one because of your state, but I could only guess that you would be, well, simply lose your soul for a time. Whether or not you regain it again, I can't say. Of course, it would be attainable by your friends, but they have to be willing to find it. And with that, John, I believe our business is concluded. You have your rewards and your consequences.
There were rewards?
There were consequences.
With that, he stands. He steps away. Until we meet again, John. He walks toward the door of the tavern and exits. Suddenly,
Until then.
Suddenly, the tavern once again fades away, and the ashes reform themselves into the area around you, into the Amber Temple once again. And everyone begins movement, walking down the stairs.
Oh, John just doesn't trust this guy. To the point that he'd rather go for the offer that the guy put less effort into trying to sell to him.
Okay. I just felt like it was zombie greed, but okay.
Now, also out of character, I I already had pre-drawn from the deck.
Yeah, I know you
So
had.
Indeed.
I was kind of like, I'm not gonna just go back on it, especially since I already know that I drew badly.
You just didn't know how I was gonna do it.
Oh my.
Yeah. Glorvin, you were watching, weren't you? You saw that man, right?
I've seen him at least a couple of times before. What do you ask?
Way back in
Yep.
real world time.
You've met this contractor before, or have you just seen him?
Wait, what are you talking?
Oh, you remember the lady that brought us the zombified Theodore and talked about how there was a man that had sent her and a mutual friend and all this? Previously, there had been someone who had appeared in the middle of what I thought was a daydream and told me that Theodore had died.
What?
And that he would and asked if I wished for his body to be brought to us, and I was not particularly enthused, but I put it out of mind because I assumed it was just some sort of attempt on this place to harass me in my waking dreams. Now, as it turns out, he seems to have been a very real person since we received Theodore's body back, and now this fellow shows up here to harass me here as well.
So what did he harass you with?
I assume he offered you a deal that you couldn't refuse. Or something that you might want.
He gave me two options. He didn't give me a third option to say no. I probably should have attempted to say no, but he offered to move around. He says that the fortune teller who gave us the locations of various treasures to help defeat Strahd was truthful, but that he could arrange for some of the items to be moved
Like
to
where?
safer and easier locations to reach.
I should mention he did say you could refuse, but there would be consequences.
Yep, he did.
Yep.
I just remember him going, here are your two options.
He didn't say no wasn't a decision, though.
Yeah, he didn't say no wasn't an option, but he also, like, really oversold the contract thing. So John was like, haha, I get what's going on here.
I think it was my first rodeo.
You could have asked to read the contract.
This is the first time I've been offered a contract with some sort of extra-planar maneuvering sneaky slime-tongued bastard.
Now, what you could have asked to read the contract in question.
Could have edited the contract if I did that, and I'm pretty sure he knew it.
But you could have still asked to read it.
I had the perfect fucking response if you just did try that shit.
Good.
No.
So I was like, this motherfucker just put me in just like astroplaned me into my own head, and is sitting there like, whatever contract he has me sign, it's gonna screw me somehow, and I just know it. Anyway, he decided to. We discussed it, and he says that the sword was being stored in the sword made of sunlight was being stored inside Strahd's castle itself, in a location hard to reach. So he agreed to move it here, and place the book that is supposedly stored here in a tower owned by Van Richten, a vampire hunter that was briefly mentioned to us.
That's silent in character, by the way.
And he also moved the holy symbol into the inn at Crest.
Oh, you just said Crest?
Or at the inn at Valaki. Fuck.
Yeah, there it is.
There was something lucky in the inn?
There is now.
Do you think the bones just got stolen again?
Oh god.
What?
Oh, there's a whole thing
I
about
hope
holy
not.
bones in Valaki, but this one idiot went, "Here, idiot. Here's this other idiot, and I'm gonna trust them with knowledge on where these holy bones that keep vampires out of my church are." And then the guy sold him because he's an idiot.
In exchange for moving these two locations that should be easier to access, he did require that I make one of two deals with him. One of which was to bind myself to to patrons in this world or something, saying that it would free me from unfortunate deals I've made on it from where I come from, but also cleave me at least for some time to aid Beans here, which I he also made emphasis of how powerful and helpful those patrons would be and how it would really save me. So of course I was highly suspicious and did not take that option.
Well, what patrons did he say?
He was unspecific.
Okay.
Patrons that are interested in this unfolding narrative and view us as entertainment.
When did he show up, by the way?
While we were going down
Showed
the
up while you guys were
stairs.
building the. He showed up while you guys were building the gazebo, and he just now showed up as we were standing on the stairs here.
Wait.
He then took me into a time between time within my mind.
So he had a conversation in your mind.
He does.
Yes. I would have loved to have been. I really wish I'd taken the opportunity. But I asked him if I'd be able to punch him. He said no. I shouldn't have believed him. I should have at least given it a shot. Anyway, I refused to take that particular offer because I felt that was being oversold rather heavily. And so instead I drew from a deck that he said would be able to rewrite my fate. And now I must face an avatar of some sort of being, indicated by a skull. And I must do this alone, for otherwise it will draw in more of these creatures to destroy those who aid me.
Out of character, real quick. I believe that card. You have to fight death.
An
I
avatar.
have to fight an avatar of death.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Level being, if I recall correctly.
Okay,
It shouldn't be a concern for you, but the second card indicates that evidently I've upset someone from where I come from.
Computer?
And the final card is evidently that I will lose my soul at some point.
Oh, so nothing new. I think.
I'm not sure if this is a better or worse deal than what you had already been a part of.
I think it's in addition to, which is definitely worse. So just if you see something that's that appears out of nowhere and attacks only me, and there's leave it alone. I guess I'll fight it by myself. Globin, have you ever been able to injure that man?
I've never
If so,
wanted
how?
to. I despise him, but he's never done anything outwardly wrong to me. He tends to be a straight shooter as far as I know. The jackass.
Anyway, it seems he's also the one who was harassing me by whispering in my ear after we received the gifts.
Oh, so he had told you to come out here and you were screaming at.
Yeah.
John, I
Or at least
feel very worried about the fact you're going to lose your soul, but you also have to fight something that's trying to kill you, which, I mean, Imbrovia isn't that big of an issue, but at the same time, it's apparently changing her fate.
yeah, changing it to be worse, I suppose. Or equally bad. Let's go ahead and get the sword and get out of here. The more time we spend here, the more annoyed I'm going to get with the whole situation.
Interesting.
And with that,
Very surprising, but okay.
and with that, I
sorry.
think we're going to end the session.
Ooh, slip.
Also, by the
Wow.
way, what did you mean out of character? Which
About what?
action were you talking about in your text chat earlier?
What are you talking about here precisely?
Seems a bit out of character for John as I know him.
Oh yeah, my first thought would have been he went with something that could be more assistive with the party, and that could have at least a minor chance of not causing, great devastation, like many things can.
All right.
Especially if the phantasmal
I
objects
want to
can
note.
change fate.
I want to note that John is unaware of what actually the deck of many things can do.
Indeed.
There were things that could have impacted the party quite negatively.
Yeah.
Certainly, the Avatar of Death is not a great one, since had John not warned
Well,
everybody,
no.
that could have led to violence.
More in particular, it's more on the accordance with the idea of how you know of one thing, but the other one seems to be something random. Which one do you see as having a higher chance of causing despair and death or some actual problem for you? Usually the one thing that would randomly change your fate.
Yeah, the one that you wouldn't be able to tell. Which to John, the way that guy spent way more time emphasizing the other one, and saying how it's only a good thing, and that it was preferential to him. Well, then going, oh, but I'm being honest. I'm not lying to you. Well, I
He'd even
understand it's
try to send
preferential
that
to you.
fact.
Yeah. I don't trust that.
So you trust a randomized series of cards.
I mean, you say trust. I trust the randomized series of cards to be random and potentially do bad things to me, which is exactly what they did. John is absolutely certain that this guy rigged that deck somehow.
In fact,
Not that he
Zombie
can
rigged
do
it.
anything about it.
I don't know
Anyway,
why Zombie would
all right,
have it rigged.
Presumably next week we should be good. I'm just gonna end the recording here. Goodbye.
Last game.
God.